The benefit of Islam. Religion, philosophy, thought, gods which live and die, others which are split into three, Nietzschean pragmatism, Platonic idealism, capitalist economics, communist economics, idealistic spiritualism, Epicureanism, animal instinctiveness. Between all these, a human being stands alone, confused and torn apart. All around is darkness upon darkness. In addition, he cannot quench insistent growing spiritual thirst. Only Islam, the last of God's messages to mankind, can light up this darkness and quench this thirst. Only in this way, through submission to God alone, can humans be free of servitude to other humans. In Islam, there is no intermediary between the Creator and the created. All you have to do is raise your hands and address your Lord regarding what you wish, telling Him your concerns, complaining of your pains, and beseeching Him for your hopes. In Islam, there is a system that ensures that legislation serves its clear purposes. In Islam, you will not find an imaginary utopia based on oppression of the poor or exploitation of the resources of other nations. Instead, there's a single community which spreads across the continents of the world. In this community, people speak many languages, and the color of their skins vary, as do their social classes and education. But when the caller calls them to prayer, they all stand together in one row facing a single direction. When it's time for their annual pilgrimage, millions of them come together, wearing the same type of garments. The poor and the rich are equal, as they turn to their Creator in prayer and supplication. In Islam, there is only one worthy of worship, glorious and generous. He combines all fine attributes of perfection. God does not fight with people or take revenge on them, nor is He crucified. There is a clear and understandable creed, which is in perfect harmony with reason and nature. People do not need mental gymnastics to understand their faith. In Islam, there is an answer to every question. You will not find any vagueness in its concepts or a difference between scholars regarding the basic principles of religion. You will not find contradictory verses in the Quran, nor prophetic sayings in conflict with one another. Instead, as God says in the Quran,
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا.
Quran, the table, verse 3. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, I am leaving you upon a path of brightness, whose night is like its day. No one will deviate from it after I am gone, but one who is doomed. Related by Ibn Majah, 43. In Islam, a soldier gets justice from his commander. An ordinary woman can admonish and blame the caliph. And a judge can rule in favor of a destitute person against the leader of the land. The Islamic community was the first in history to fight for the liberation of other lands. It did not use this as a cover for theft, oppression, and the enslavement of other peoples. In Islam, a father's kind treatment of his daughter, his wife, and his mother ensures his admission to heaven. In Islam, purity is half of faith. Related by Al-Bukhari, 6406, and Muslim, 2694. And God is beautiful. He loves beauty. Related by Muslim 131. In Islam, the believers, in their mutual kindness, compassion, and sympathy, are just like one body. When any organ suffers, the whole body responds to it with wakefulness and fever. Related by Al-Bukhari, 5665, and Muslim 2586. In Islam, there is divine legislation which, as soon as it's implemented, stops the crimes that corrupt society, such as usury, adultery, and theft. There are guidelines which keep Muslims away from everything which corrupts the purity of themselves or ruins their morals, such as envy, spite, lust, and other vices. Islam connects the hearts of Muslims to their Creator with obligatory and voluntary worship. This makes them always aware of the presence of their Lord, placing their hopes in Him. Islam creates a strong society based on love and compassion. If a member of this society falls on hard times, he'll find someone to help him up and allow him to continue on his life's path. Naturally, it's impossible to quantify the benefits of something which comes from God, from whom comes all perfection and all beauty. But we as weak human beings need to make efforts and do what we can. We may succeed sometimes and fail at other times, and then become aware and return to the true path, God's law, which He has made perfect for us. And the blessings which He has bestowed on us remain in our minds until we meet him.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا.
Okay, I guess we need to start because we don't want to waste time. Before starting, please, Shifa, make sure you send the links for the pamphlets because people are going to
inshallah.
go over them again because we still haven't finished them. Okay, so let's, can you remove this from here? From me, something is here. Okay, so you can see the link, you can see the PowerPoint, all of you now, the show. You can see the PowerPoint?
No, you have to share it once again.
I have to share the PowerPoint again?
Yes, because I had just shared the video, so it got removed. So you have to share once again.
So let me go back again to this and share it again. Where is Atif? Left already? Or? Okay. Oh, can you see it now? Is it clear? Hello?
No, doctor, we cannot
no,
see
it's
it
not
now.
yet
You have to
shared.
share the screen. You have to share the screen.
Yes. Okay. This one. You can see it now?
Yes, it's clear, alhamdulillah.
Okay, Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, and may the blessing and peace be upon his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. First of all, welcome again to this session, the second day. Please make sure you access your Zoom and concentrate with me here so that you can, we can have a smooth ride with much better than yesterday, inshallah. So I welcome you again to this international program, EIECC. And we are going to, inshallah, continue what we left yesterday, inshallah, to finish all the steps and make sure that we complete our dish or dishes that you started cooking, and unfortunately you still haven't finished cooking the meals. I don't know what type of meal is this that takes 2 days. I haven't never seen meals that take 2 days, but I'm just joking here. But we need to finish cooking up all the meals. Now, before doing this, I just thought about showing you something that I feel is very important for all of us to ponder over. Look at this screen. This is one of the programs that comes under EIECC. Now, are we going to do this workshop today? No. Are we going to do it tomorrow? Maybe. I might change my mind and do it, but usually I don't do it the level 1. I usually do it for level 2. And this is a very important workshop, but I wanted to go over the words. Why have I chosen these words? How can we win hearts? And why did they become Muslim? These are very important 2 questions that inside them, everything we do in EIECC to make sure we win the hearts of the people is through finding out the keys and the milestones that have led people to become Muslim. But before going into the second question, I would like to go over the words. when we say how, what are we talking about here? Remember what I said about content versus process versus methodology? Then we talked about communication. So when I said how, you see, I'm talking here about, basically, I'm talking about methodology, about style, about how I'm going to be presenting things, how I'm going to be dealing with the people, how I'm going to be writing my messages, how I'm going to be sequencing my talk, how I'm going to be sitting, posturing, gesturing. All of this goes under the word how. Now the question, if we go to the second word, how can basically speaks about abilities, about talents, capabilities. Now, abilities and talents and skills and ability, there are ranges. Now, if the range is low, I'm supposed to work hard with the people to make sure I raise the capabilities of the people. I'm supposed to work hard on the people to improve their skills. This is where can come, you know. Can they do it or not? Okay, are they able to do it or not? Do they have the capability to do it or not? Now, this is a very important question. This is where I come as a program and try to basically improve the capabilities of the people and the skills of the people and the talent. The talent should be there, but I'm supposed to discover these talents, utilize it, harness it for the sake of Allah. And this is what EIECC is good at, in trying to discover these talents and going deep to fish for the best fish, as they say, the hamur or whatever. So the best talents, or in a different simile, going deep to look for diamonds, like the Sierra Leonean brothers here, you know, to go deep into the minds of human being, you know, which contain a lot of treasures and jewels or diamonds that we need to get out. Now, this is the difficult part. How can we work together to make sure that all these talents and capabilities come to the surface through a methodology that is very powerful? Then we start utilizing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's not an easy part. This is why the constructive part in methodology in education comes, to make sure that we trust that there is a bonanza, there is a treasure, there is a diamond, and we need to get it out. Now, some people are not good at that. Teachers, shuyukh, their job is just to sit and regurgitate knowledge, and people will listen, and it will not stick into their mind, because they have not found a way of making sure that people are involved, making sure that people are participating in a way that will show all their capabilities, or will make their capabilities come to the surface so that we can use it. So the word can is very important. So we say how, the methodology, the process, and can is the abilities, the talents, the skills. Now, the other thing, how can we, not just, this is where alignment comes. This is where partnership comes. Now, if you are in the field of da'wah, you know, and if you don't have we, you have a big problem. If you think you are on your own and you want to go on your own, you have a big problem. Because I can be independent, but doesn't mean I'm not supposed to partner with other people. It's very important to make sure you align your services, your activities with the other people, so that you complement each other in a way that will produce something called synergistic power. And synergistic power, I take from you, you take from me, and we come up with new things, not just our ideas. I come up with I learn from your idea, you learn from ideas, and we come up with the new ideas and maybe more ideas. And this is in the field of human resource development. Is very important that you need to join all these forces, join all these beautiful projects. We, again, under we, okay, you align, you partner, you work together so that you produce the best for the community as a whole. And this is where, you know, the congregational prayer, one of the reasons for the congregational prayer. and people get together. How much you learn when you are in the mosque. You pray, subhanAllah, it's mandatory, but see the benefits of coming to the mosque, for the society. If you are on your own, you don't know what's going on in the society. You pray on your own at home, you don't know what's going on. But if you are in this mosque, if you congregate, you get in these congregational pray, and you pray with the people. You know the ailments of the society. You know what's going on in the society. You care about each other. You compliment each other. You ask about each other. You are passionate about each other. You are affectionate about each other. You produce a community that is healthy. And this is where, Islam always strengthens the concept of we work together without diminishing the importance of what? كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Every one of you, everyone has a talent. Everyone who has got leadership within him. Use it, but not in isolation or in a selfish way. No, in a very productive, collaborative way. These are very important concepts that we need to really drill all the time. Working together, partnering, helping each other, learning from each other, making sure that these talents, complement each other. So this is something very important. Now, the other one, the word win. Islam says win. How can we win? Now, remember here, we are not seeking a worldly win in this one. We are seeking a winning for the hereafter, a winning for, to make sure that we win what? Doesn't say the minds. How can we win what? أم على قلوب أقفالها. Always the Quran speaks about qulub, So it's very important to attract and entice and you get these hearts, so that, when these hearts really get attracted to what you say, get attracted to the way you exhibit Islam, get attracted to the way you show the beauty of Islam in the way you act, not just in the way you talk, in the way you deliver, in the way you express yourself, whether it's verbally or non-verbally. All of these are very important for the heart, because at the end of the day, you want that heart to start what? To start bumping and start really, the chemistry works. And when the heart starts basically attracted to what you say and attracted to you, what will happen? Right away, the mind will start thinking about what you're saying, whatever you are representing. Am I clear here? So these words are chosen and selected for you to understand, because everything you do, you need to have the how, you need to have the can, you need to have to work together. This is why we have 3 goals. What are the 3 goals? Developing global leadership from within, developing global from within. That's the first. The other goal, the third goal is working to form communities. So when you have this always going on, things will work much better, because you will be working together. You will know the how of doing it. You will try to win, but your winning is not in this life. You're winning, you try to win in this life and the hereafter. But you want to win also the hearts of the people. And to win the hearts of the people, you need to work on the first words. How can we? Okay. Now, so the workshop here, of course, I'm not going to complete this because that's a workshop. But the workshop in this one is very important, because we go and read and analyze some stories of people who reverted to Islam, all of us together. If you have, for example, now on the platform, we have about 42. If everyone from these 42 will get a story, we keep telling them, read that story and tell us, write down 3 keys that led this person, him or her, to Islam, and what are what the milestones that really affected the historical timing that really affected that person to start thinking about Islam. Now, this is very important. So everybody starts basically, excuse me. Sorry. So everyone will be basically taking that, convert stories Okay? And we'll read that converse story. And we'll start underlying the milestones and the keys that led this person. Now, what are we getting? And we go through a process. And that every table will gather their keys and their milestones. And remember, the stories will be 42, maybe about 12 countries, about American, British, Indian, Filipino, African, whatever, Nigerian, non-Muslim, Sierra Leonean, non-Muslim. And you will be reading through all of these together as 42, as we have here. We will be basically collecting all of this, and every team will be presenting, all the milestones and all the what? All the keys. But of course, after going through a process. And through these milestones and keys, you will understand how you can approach the American Christian, or the Christian American, or the Hindu-Indian, or whatever it is. Because everyone is supposed, at the end of that workshop, to stand in front of the people and present the milestones that led those people who are from that background or these nationalities to Islam. And you will find then after that, we try to classify them. What do? We classify them. So, okay, the American or the European or whatever it is. So if they're British, what led those? Why the European? This affected them. Why the Sierra Leonean, for example, Christian, this affected them. Why the Indian, Hindu, this affected them. You can discover where you can use these keys, and you have them in your pocket now. So if you go in the future, instead of having Sheikh Ali or Sheikh so-and-so coming and standing and speaking about the art of conveying the message, how can you hear? No, it is you who basically collect all these milestones and keys. And after we collect all of this, we know exactly now we are analyzing. Okay, then we can anchor it in hadith or what this is, of course, that's different now story altogether. But the most important thing, when you analyze this, you will know for sure how we can deal with these nationalities. Because now you read, let us say 100, if of course in the future, the idea is for you to read, let us say you choose 10 stories about American who became Muslim. Now you can see the trend, why those people became Muslim, what really affected them, what were the words that affected them, what happened, and that you analyze that. The same thing you take it for African Christian, for example, or Indian Hindu, or Buddhist, or whatever it is. You collect some, and this is a good analysis if you really want to deal with da'wah and the art of da'wah and how to really approach these people from that nationality or that nationality. I'm just saying this is something, an add-on that I felt like I needed to add it, especially the word. So this workshop is very important we do usually the second level. And we did it in Malaysia. We did it in Sierra Leone with the Sheikh Yusuf also team. So it was really one of the beautiful, I think we did it with the and it was really good. Anyway, I'll stop here. Let's go now to where we left. Now, I would like everybody to, about yesterday. Now, what did we do yesterday? What was the last thing we did yesterday? It was the summary. We got to the summary. Now I'll go to the, let me go again. I'll try to share the screen again. Okay, and go to my PowerPoint presentation to, can you see this, Shifa, now? Shifa?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, it's clear.
Oh, I'm now an expert, alhamdulillah, finally.
Alhamdulillah.
Thanks to Allah, then to also you and Zanira. MashaAllah, Zanira was really... Okay, you see this one now. My question to all of you, did we improve our Islamic English yesterday? Did you feel like you were improving your Islamic English? Did we improve our communication? Did you feel like you were... I know it's not, of course, like people in the whole, but did we feel that there is a communication? We were communicating with what? We were communicating. We didn't finish, but that's the idea, is to improve our communication. The communication, as I said, everything we do is communication. While you are sitting in the hall or while you are with me on the platform, you are really what? Communicating, whether internally or externally. Now, did we improve self-led learning? Not team learning now. Self-led, we've improved it. but team learning because we are on this platform, this online. So it's not really practical usually, you know, and the ability to discuss Islamic concepts. They remember these goals while we are doing this program, because these are the goals that we'd like to achieve. Basically, we want to improve your Islamic English so that you present Islam beautifully to the other people. And we started cooking. We went through cooking and all of this, and we said, make sure if you have any question to ask the team here. So we went through all of this. Let me go, I'll just skip all of that to get you. Then we started cooking. Now, what was the last thing we did? I'm just coming to this. Okay, so that is the last thing we did. This is the last thing we did yesterday. Can you see this? Everybody can see this on the Zoom? Huh?
Yes, we can see. Yes.
Okay, so everyone yesterday, the last thing we did is you summarized your pamphlet. And we said, when you have to make sure you select. I hope you have your notepad with you. I hope you have what you wrote yesterday, because we did not finish. We were still cooking. We still have not finished the dishes. So I said, choose some of the ideas from your pamphlets that are relevant to your topic. Now, if I ask the team here, Sheikh Kamil, what is your topic? You can talk through the Zoom. Can you talk through the Zoom? You are not allowed. Okay, can we give Kamil access? Can we give Kamil access just to check if you can open the Zoom for talking? Kamil is gonna. Yes, Kamil.
Now, the title of my presentation yesterday on my laptop was "Being Good to the Neighbors" as one of the beauties of Islam.
Okay, you know, they can hear you much better than me.
Okay.
Can you hear him very well?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Okay, yeah. As Zoom, you have no problem. In my case here, I cannot hear him very. But anyway, you can say it to me. Yeah, say it to me now. Oh, okay. Okay, I got that because I saw it. Okay. So basically, Sheikh Kamil his topic was about how does Islam deal with neighbors? That's it. Okay. Okay, so that's one of the topic. How about the others? Anybody would like to share with us what their topics are? Just a quick 3 topics here. Okay, we have Hafidha, Musa, or Hadiza. Okay, Jesus in Islam. This is Rabi'.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Salam. Yes, go ahead.
Mine is getting to know who Allah is before you worship.
Excellent. Okay. What's your name, sister?
Hadiza Musa.
You are Hadiza. Okay.
I'm Hadiza.
Anybody would like to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's not going to be difficult because in your case it's not. You can talk, but I'm not going to hear it. I can hear it. Go ahead.
My topic was about Al-Quran, the ordained message of Allah.
Okay. If they talk through the Zoom. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. Actually,
That's all right. That's all right. But they cannot hear you. Can you hear him?
No, we can't hear.
You cannot hear him. No, you need to access Zoom. You don't have Zoom?
I'm on Zoom. Hello.
Yes. Now we can hear.
Alhamdulillah. My topic, I presented a topic on how to find your identity to the religion of Islam.
Okay, good. Yes. Anybody here in the hall? Yes. Say if you have something, say it quickly so that we can go to the platform. Good. Getting to know Allah. Okay. Okay, I think I'll tell you what. Let's stop to continue because the time is very important. خلاص. No, just خلاص. Mute. Okay, you can mute them. Shifa, you can mute everybody.
Yes.
Okay, now what I want you to do, I would like you now to go to your brochure. I would like you to go to your brochure. Look at the screen, please. Look at the screen. I don't know why it's stuck here. Okay, look at the screen. So what are we supposed to be doing here now? It's not running. Okay. I want you to read your pamphlet in a conversational way. I want you to read your pamphlet in a conversational way, imagining that you are now, I'm saying your pamphlet, yesterday pamphlet, where is it? Okay, I want you now to, because we are continuing the process now, we did not finish yesterday. So what I would like to see you now doing, I want you to have your pamphlet in front of you. Have your pamphlet in front of you. Don't hold it, okay? While you are reading loudly in a conversational way, imagine that you are now in front your target non-Muslim. So you are supposed to imagine that you are in front your, okay, in front of the non-Muslim. Just imagine that you are talking to them. Now, of course, your job is to read every word in the pamphlet. So you have to read every word in the pamphlet, and I want you to speak loudly while reading, as if you are really talking, you know. While you are talking, I want you to take your two fingers. This is a little bit funny for some. You take your two fingers and you put them inside your, inside your ears, both ears. And you speak loudly and you try to imagine that you are really explaining everything in the brochure to this person, you know. So you're not going to read it the natural way. You have to talk. So basically the same words that you have in the pamphlet, I want you to speak them. I want you to speak them. So please put your two fingers in your ears now. Okay? Put your two fingers in your ears. Are you all ready for it? We're going to start. We are going to start in 1 minute. Somebody is trying to be admitted. 2 people entered the waiting room. Okay, well, we are going to start, but make sure you have your brochure in front of you, and make sure your two fingers, when I say two, when I say the number 2, you put your two fingers in your ears and you speak loudly, imagining that you are explaining the brochure to that. But of course, you have to read every word in the brochure. And I need you to speak, because I want to see your tongue really pressing hard. I want you to see you talking. It's very important. So, one, not general. You speak your own brochure on your own. Do you understand? Can you explain to him, Sheikh Yusuf, maybe? Yes, the same time. The same time. You can go away. You can go away. Just go away so that people in the hall, you can go away from each other if you want, the people in the hall, but you have to speak. I want to hear you speaking as if you are speaking with the non-Muslim now. Okay? Okay. So everybody's ready? Hello, everybody ready in the platform? Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, you're clear. Alhamdulillah, you're clear.
You have to imagine now you are sitting with your target. You remember what we said? We said you need to cook up a meal for a target in your mind, whether it is 1 or 3 or 4, and you need to know his nationality and how you're going to be talking to them, you know. And the way you talk to them, should be very important, by the way. It's not just the content. It's not just the words that you see. No, even the way you want to explain. I want to see it. Okay? One. Two. Put your two fingers in your ears now. Start talking now to them. Start talking to them. Read the whole pamphlet in a conversational way. Read the whole pamphlet in a conversational way. Say it. I need to move. Oof. Say it. You can move. We need to move the camera quickly. Good. It's camera. When Atif. Can they see me? Can they see me? Yeah, you need to. I want them to see this. See what's happening in the hall? You're reading. Talk. I want people to talk. I can see people reading. Talk naturally. You read in a conversational way, meaning you have to make sure you talk, not you read. No. Put your two fingers in your ears, please. Put your two fingers in your ears. Be serious about it. Do your best. Don't forget about the how. Please. Your style, the way you say it. Read all the pamphlet in a conversational way. All the pamphlet. Still you are reading. Still you are reading. Try your best to talk. Be normal. Be natural. As if you are talking. Put your two fingers in your ears, please. Some people on the platform, they don't do that. Put your two fingers in your ears. Put the camera on him. Oh, sorry, just I will be very close.
Actions that are pleasing to Allah. Everyday activity can become an act of worship by purifying one's intentions and ensuring one's actions are equal with those of others.
Here. Okay, people in the hall, they can stop though. Shifa?
Yes.
Can you unmute them? I want to hear the people on the platform. I hope they are serious about it. Yeah, no, so bad. Can you unmute them? I just want to hear them.
A woman.
What is the Quran? The word of Allah. Without the right attitude, an amount of information can make someone believe.
I don't hear.
In his miracles. Muslims believe in the miracle God enabled him. Jesus, may God exalt his mission, to perform, such as treating the leper and the blind,
The Quran is the
raising the
eternal
dead,
word of God.
knowledge of what people ate, and what they stole in their homes.
They're trying to select some people.
Peace be upon him.
Select some people. Let's make sure they're doing it.
Mute this, please.
Maryam, Mary, there is no chapter in the Quran named after a woman except Mary, the mother of Jesus. May God exalt their mission.
Okay, let's stop. Stop, everybody, please. Stop, everybody. What do you think? I want you to write. I want you to say something about what this exercise is all about. Why do we have to do this exercise? Why do we have to do this exercise? Those would like to unmute. What's it? Why do we have? Can you hear me all? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
yes.
Why do we have to do this exercise? This is a question for all of you guys on the platform. Why do we have to do this exercise? Come on, I want more participation here. You can raise your hand if you want to say something, and we can unmute you. Raise your hand. The people in the hall, you don't need that because it's just disturbing. Yeah. Raise your hand. I'm speaking to the people on the platform, on the online people. Here, it's gonna be, I don't know.
Yes, we have answers from Sister Rabia, who says to make internal communication external. And
unmute them, Sheikh.
Yeah.
I don't know why. If somebody stops.
Yes. Another answer is to improve our skills of public speaking.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Nada, she says to improve our skills of public speaking.
Okay.
Sister Hiba, she says to feel like the author, like the other person. Imagine if my way to explain is logical or not.
Okay, excellent.
Sister Hadiza, she says to be able to face audience.
Hadith, they are very active, mashallah. The three of them are very active. Okay, good, very good. Go ahead, yes. Anybody else?
Yes.
I don't see people participate. We have about 46 here. So we don't see much participation about that.
Sister Fatima, she says we must do this exercise to hear ourselves and work on the way we convey our message to others when we speak about Islam.
Let me help you. I will read. We must do this exercise to hear ourselves and work on the way we convey the message to excellent. Okay, to improve our skills of da'wah publicly. Abdul Majid, yes. Who else? Come on. Who else? Come on. You see, why do you have to put your two fingers in your ears, by the way? Is it important to put your two fingers in the ears? You can, by the way, you can chat, you can write. You can go to the chatting and write. Please participate in the chatting. People in the hall, you can chat right away, right? Let's move, let's make sure other people encouraged by your participation. If people will see you participate, they will be encouraged. Come on. Why do we have to have two fingers in our ears? What is so important about it?
We have two people raise their hand.
People are, let them talk. If they raise their hand, let them talk. No
but
problem.
I think they are from the hall itself, so it will echo. I will unmute, inshallah.
No, not from the hall. The hall, we told them not to talk at all. They will just write. Says to minimize distraction, to avoid distraction. Okay, to practice the act of boldness and compose while talking to others. The finger placing, excellent. Kamaluddin, excellent. Ali, Sheikh Ali, we need to have.
We have
two fingers
Muhammad
to give
Yusuf,
chance to concentrate.
who is unmuted.
Huh?
Muhammad
Okay,
Yusuf, he wants to speak. Yes.
Okay, give him the mic. If there is something in the loudspeaker, that means the problem is here. Now, if he talks. Yes. Go ahead, give him. Let him talk. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Ali.
Yes.
We don't have understand common idea. This yani, when you put your hand to ears, what is it is important to prepare the paper that you read, or you read in the your memories.
Okay,
what
you.
we read.
Okay, thank you. So raising the voice loudly in a public da'wah is the main tool of da'wah. Okay, attention of the public. Okay, to have more confidence and courage with the non-Muslim. Excellent. Who's this? Muhammad. Okay, okay, to focus and concentrate. This is Kamaluddin. Excellent. People are now more participating. Excellent. Good job. Okay, Yusuf is saying it helps to improve your internal communication. That's the original. He's already cheated that one from me because he's been with me for years. That's good. I know that one. Okay, somebody else? Yeah. Who is this? Yusuf? I know. Anyway, it helps him. Anyway, let me just to cut it short for you, just to concentrate with me very well here. Just remember something. If you really want to be, remember the three words we talked about? What are the communication peaks? Yalla, who can remember the communication peaks? Chatting. In the chatting. What are the communication peaks? The three ones. Write it there so that they will see it. You have my people waiting for you. To be clear, no, that's be clear. This is one, the 7 C's. Okay, so originality, to be yourself. Faisal is saying this. Excellent, Faisal, mashallah, on top of things. So be yourself, originality, excellent. The second one, come on, that's the test. So you are supposed to be original. You have to be yourself. This is, okay. So this exercise that we've done is very important, to be yourself. Secondly, is to be, remember, spontaneous. Yusuf, again, he's cheated that from me. You know, spontaneous, to be yourself, to be spontaneous, tilqa'i. And the third word is to be what? Quick-witted, Kamal. Lovely. So basically, be yourself. That means be original. Secondly, be spontaneous. Thirdly, be quick-witted. Now, to reach to these ones, we have to go through exercise like this. What is it that I mean here? You know, when you put your two fingers in your ears, what happens? You are reading with your eyes. So this is what we call it, the eyes muscle. Basically, you are strengthening your looking, your reading. This is one thing. So this is one sense. You are listening to yourself, so you are hearing also yourself. So this is the hearing muscle. So you have one sense here, so you have another sense here. Also, psychologically, you are improving your feeling muscle because there is internal communication going on. We call this feeling or emotional muscle, emotional learning, feeling learning, okay? And also at the same time, what are you doing? You are talking loudly. So you are strengthening the sense of or the skill of speaking. So you are strengthening the tongue, you know, the way you talk. So if you have more senses involved in the learning will be there. All these words that you're reading will go to your subconscious because you have too many senses, many muscles are working hard on trying to basically understand this content, this expression very well. So these words, they go into your subconscious. Now, if you have too many things that will go through your subconscious, this will lead to your originality. Because by the time you have a meeting with a non-Muslim, on the plane, in the hospital, wherever you are, you will be what? You will be spontaneous to remember these words without you noticing it. Because the more you read in this way, the words will be part of your repertoire, of your, what's the word? Makhzoon, basically. Your repertoire inside you. So you have a lot of words there inside you, but you are not aware of that. But the more you read, because of these senses that are involved, you'll have words, you'll have statements, you have more fish in that sea to catch from, you know? So by the time you get in the meeting, you don't know this, and naturally, you will basically remember the words, and you will have a good conversation that will be so spontaneous, and if the flow will be, you will be amazed at yourself. If you do this exercise a lot, not just to do it one time. Huh? And of course, yes, you will record it yourself. And of course, remember, if we do this exercise at home, usually when I do it, I record myself at the same time and I listen to myself again. And I try to evaluate the content. And sometimes I listen to it as if I'm listening to it to somebody else, not me, to evaluate what's coming. I try to evaluate the content, you know. So it's very important while you are reading in this way. This is, by the way, again, this model or this ladder is called Kids Communication and Learning Ladder. So while you are learning in this way, you record yourself, or while you are doing this step, you record yourself and listen to yourself again. And the more you listen in this way and you do in this way, you'll notice even improvement. Your tongue will be, your speaking will be, the flow will be smooth, you know. Your ears will get used to the words. Your emotion, you will get to this emotion because you will be living these texts, you will be living these expressions, you will be living these words, you will be living these statements. So it's very important to do this exercise, you know. It's like, as I usually say, it's like playing football, you know. Professional playing, in a professional football or soccer, what do? Before you go to the ground or the field, they train every muscle. The same thing in learning. You cannot separate learning, you know, from playing football or sport in general. Professional sport, professional learning has to be what? You have to train all the muscles. And the more muscles are involved, the more the learning will endure and will stay, and it will be there, ready for you when you want to use it, this information. And you will use it in the way, and by the way, you will be very natural. As time goes on with experience, you will be very natural leader. You will lead situation and you will customize your wording and sentences on the spot. And that's not an easy job. This is why you find the best speakers, they can easily customize their wording and the sequence of their wording and the wisdom and the insight. They look, because they go deep into this. And the more you look at the text, by the way, the deeper you become in your thinking. The more you read, the more you listen to it. And if you listen to it again, you will discover new ideas. You'll discover, and sometimes I read the same book twice. The first time I understand it in one way. Next time, if I read it, you see something else is coming up, and this gives you more wisdom, more insight. And that's basically one of the these are some of the advantages of this exercise. Am I clear, everybody? On those people on the platform, am I clear? So we have this, Siko is saying self-discipline, excellent. Okay, emotional ability, yes. Am I clear, everybody? On the platform, people who are with me now, am I clear? Okay, good. طيب. Now let's go to the second step. What is the second step? The second step is very simple. Yesterday, you had a topic and you collected more ideas through YouTubes or exhibits or pamphlets. Now you have pamphlets. So you have a lot of ideas now. So the second step is very simple. You need to organize all these thoughts. And remember, while you are doing this, don't forget to share on the social media. While you are doing this, please intensively share. If you find a spot, 5 minutes here and there, share. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, what do you call it? Telegram, or whatever. Okay, Instagram. Use this. These beautiful messages that you have prepared. Now, what I want you to do now, basically, you go and visit I hope everybody has. I hope you have what you did yesterday. I hope you have what you did yesterday. Now we need to go back. Okay. I want you now to go to your summary and go to the information you have. And revisit and try to personalize it now. Now it has to be your messages. So basically, I want you to go to this information and customize it, personalize it, prepare it, sequence it, and remember the 7 C's. It has to be clear, it has to be sequenced, it has to be correct. So basically, I want you to work on this now, personalize it. I remember you have it. I don't know, do you all have it now? Here in the hall. I hope you have what you did yesterday. Because what you did yesterday, we need to complete it now. We need to start now personalizing what you did yesterday. Okay, so your job is to go back, see what's important, okay, or points you missed. Maybe you can go to the exhibit and visit some of the posters to support your ideas. So I want you now to start organizing your thoughts that you collected yesterday. So let's work on this now. I want you to organize your thoughts, please. Personalize it. You see? You need to write down this. I'm not sure if people are following on the platform because I'm not with you there. But please now personalize it. Write organize your thoughts. Now remember, we are still cooking up this meal. We still haven't finished it yet in the cross-cultural communication meal. Remember that. This makes it now, you need to organize. Maybe I can make it easy for you, but I don't want. I want you now to start at least the process. collect this information, organize it. Remember again, clear, coherent, correct. The 7 C's we talked about. I will go share now. I will share with you that. What is it now? Okay. Remember the 7 C's. Shifa, can you see the presentation now?
Yes, we can see, Alhamdulillah.
Excellent, mashallah, you've written it. Excellent. Okay, so I just want to show that. You could see these are, now remember, you are still cooking. We are very close to finishing the meal now. So please, let's make sure we do a good job. I'm starving. So these are the 7 C's, you see? Clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and respectful, courteous, polite. After that, we need to find a way of how you can communicate with each other. So you need to write it down now. Atif is Nasser there? I just want to. Yeah. Give it. No, please give this exercise your utmost attention, because after that you will be presenting. You will be presenting. I want you to be original. I want you to be spontaneous. I want you to be quick-witted. We'll do some presentation, by the way. Doctora Sonia, are you there? Doctora?
Yes,
Are you with
doctor.
us?
Yes.
So how many minutes shall we give them? 3 or 4?
5
already-
minutes. 5 minutes, doctor.
More? Okay.
Yeah, 5
So
minutes.
5 minutes more. You need to work on this, very important, because I want you to give it your much attention, because this is basically we are reaching now to the peak. We're trying to reach to the peak. We still have got some exercises. One of them is funny, and the other is not funny. Usually this is takes more time, this one, to prepare. Remember what you did yesterday. All the information you did. You need to reorganize it. Think about it. Make it beautiful. Make it, remember, while you are doing this, you have to remember the target. Where is he going to be when you're talking with him? How you're going to be presenting this to him? All of these are very important, you know. Choose your own topic that you want to share with non-Muslim. And you already have got some, yeah. So basically, in your case, you just depend on the brochure. You already read the brochure. And just try to personalize it in a way that you want to present it. Because you missed yesterday, you know, so there is a process usually. But anyway, you choose which brochure did you read? Excellent. Woman in Islam. Okay, this is good. So basically, what is it that how you're going to be presenting this? It has to be your own breath. The way you present, I don't want it to be now. When I say personalized, it has to be your own message, your own presentation, something that fits your shakhs, your person, you know? MashaAllah, Shifa, who's writing? There is a lot of writing now. Some people are sending me privately.
Yes.
Please don't send me privately. Send it to everybody, because I want everybody to see what you're writing. Some people have started sending me privately. They cannot see it. So try to send it. I don't see it here. I don't know what's happening here. I see some on the chatting here. I don't see it. Can you go down? It's already down. No, but I have other messages. Strange. Look.
Maybe they privately.
No, but look. Is he privately, this guy? I don't know how to. Everyone, how to quote someone to someone. So it's not privately. Just a minute, just a minute. You see how many messages? Is it? Somebody say. Okay. Okay.
هلا بالشيخ ان شاء الله تبارك الله كيف حالك؟
Time is up. Time
Okay,
is up.
time is up. I'm just trying to go to this one. I'm having a problem with this one. Can you see the screen now? Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
I don't know why it's not trying to go to the desktop. Okay. So this is the. How can I go to the desktop now? Something's not showing here. Oh, okay. Can you see this now?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Oh, excellent. Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, let me go all the way down. Now listen to me, everybody. You have now, we need to stop here because for the sake of time, I need to move fast. You have already written your personalized messages that you want to share with who? With your target audience. And who's your target audience? You know your target audience. Now remember, when I say personalized, I'm not just talking about content. Remember this. What are we talking about? How can we win hearts? So basically your message, your presentation has to be under this statement. How can we win hearts? So you have to make sure while you are doing this is to do what? Is to think about your style, the way you say it, the how, and of course using all the 7 C's that we have mentioned. In addition to the last one, which is very important. What is the last one in the 7 C's? To be in the 7 C's. What is the last one? To be la. To be what? No. What is the last one? To be courteous. Courteous. Because our problem sometimes, we might write something, we have good content, but the problem is that we are not courteous, we are not polite, so we become aggressive in the way we present our messages to the people. And we all fall into this problem. Sometimes they can easily irritate you. Okay? So they can easily irritate you. You have to be careful because this road, if you take this road, that means you are becoming like them. What's the difference between you and them? If you go down in the same mannerism and morality, what will happen? That means this is immoral. Because you will start cursing, you'll start insulting, you'll start using their words, you'll start getting angry, you will become emotional. And as soon as you get into this trap of shaitan, what will happen to you? Right away, you lose the conversation and the discussion and the presentation. So it's very important when they are discourteous, you are courteous. When they are immoral, you are moral, because these are the teachings of Islam. So if I say personalize it, you have to make sure you abide by the etiquettes of Islam also, the mannerism, the way I talk to the people. I mean, imagine dealing with Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the time Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, how he used to deal with the chieftains of Quraysh. And they were worshipping, they were basically worshipping what? Idols. And they were so rough with them. And they were chasing him out. They wanted to kill him and all of that. With all of that, look at the way he was dealing with them. And when he came to Mecca and during the conquest of Mecca, look how he treated those people who chased him out of Mecca. You're free. Go. As if they did nothing to him. And when he was entering Mecca, look at the posture, the way he was taking, the posture, how he was, when he was riding on his she-camel, how he was bowing, he was making sujood on his, what? On the back of his she-camel. You know, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bowing. Imagine now what those tyrants are doing now when they enter, after they kill her, with this arrogant and tyrannical way of dealing with me. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam humbly, even though that was a conquest that changed the whole world, that changed the whole humanity, that Islam started spreading. It was basically the most important conquest in the history of humankind. Look at the way when he entered, how he was putting his head, lowering it on the back of the she-camel that Al-Qaswa, that's the name of the she-camel he was riding. Amazing. And this conquest is basically the changer of history. You know, amazing. Who are we now? What are we doing? Completely out of it, we are, unfortunately. Now, everybody knows what you've written. Sarah, everybody knows that. Sarah, everybody has it prepared. Yes, people on the platform, you need to interact with me. Say yes, 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 quickly. You finished. Come on. Those on the platform. We have 40 people are leaving us. So they don't like me. They don't seem to like me. I have 39 now. Come on. Respond to me, please. If you finished, respond. Say yes, yes, we finished. Come on. I don't see anybody is acting or interacting. What's happening here?
No, Alhamdulillah, they are typing yes in the chat.
Huh? Who?
They
I
have
don't see
been
anything
typing.
to write. I don't see any writing here. I don't know. Is it a problem here, or maybe I have a problem here with the chatting? Oh yes, 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 yeah. Okay, I think this screen is misleading that Sheikh Atif has put for me here. Here I can see now. Look, when I go to the chatting here, I can see it quickly. Here I can see nothing. It doesn't move at all. It does not move. It does not move. No, at all. Look at these people here. This moves. You see, this is misleading for me. The chat. The plasma here in the hall is very misleading. Here I could see how people are interacting. I could see lovely. You don't need to do that. No, it's not just. It's just misleading. I'm telling you, it's very misleading, not just misleading. I told you before, but anyway, it's all right. Yes, yes, yes. Abdul Majid is saying yes, 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 yes. He's very angry at me now because he's trying to prove his point. Thank you, Abdul Majid. May Allah bless you. Anyway, listen to me very carefully. We're going to do an exercise that's a bit funny. We're going to do an exercise that's a bit funny. We need the lights off. Please listen to me now. Those who are on the platform, can you, the camera on me, put the camera on me, please. Come on, everybody, look at me. Look at me, all of you. Look at me, all of you, please. And turn off the lights. I want everybody in the room. If you have lights, make them dim them out or dim them down, please. Dim them out. This is a very important exercise. I want this guy to come. Okay? No, this one, not nonsense. Everybody, are you all with me? I'm having problem again with this slide.
Yes,
it's
doctor.
not moving. Yeah, I'm just trying to. The slide is not moving. I don't know why. Just a minute. No. Yes, this is it. Okay. Can everybody see me? This is not moving. I cannot see it. This plasma is.
Yes, we
killing
can
me.
see you.
Okay. Okay. Anybody, if you are in a room now, or in your bedroom, or in your bed, please make sure the lights are. I don't want it off, but I want just some light. Some light, please. Some light, please. Nasser, yalla, Sheikh, quickly. We don't have time. Okay. Listen to me, please, everybody. Hello. All those on the platform, listen to me. We're going to live now a scenario where now we are in the phase we call it We call this phase internal practice, internal rehearsal. What I want you to do now, I want you to put everything away from you. And I want you to do what? I want you to close your eyes and live a scenario with non-Muslim. Now, you have to remember as much as possible from your presentation, from your personalized messages. Do your best to be serious about it. Okay? You need to, maybe the camera is not, is it all right? I need, Nasser, please, Nasser. We don't need anybody to talk now. Yes, please. Okay, so what I want you to do now, when I count till 3, you will close your eyes, and I want you to really live a true scenario with non-Muslim. Now remember, who is that non-Muslim? It is the one that you chose at the beginning, yesterday. The same target, non-Muslim, we spoke, you chose. I didn't choose for you. And you should know where you're going to meet that person, where you're going to meet that person. You're going to meet him with somebody. It is you who decides this. I don't know whom you have chosen already. So you have to live this scenario, and you have to live the way that you're going to be delivering your message to them and how you can approach them. You see, so I don't want you to think about only the content. Don't just think about the content. Think about the environment. Think about the content. Think about the who. Think about the background of the who. Think about everything while you are living. And remember, you have to be serious, because you're going to change the future of somebody if you can penetrate the heart. If you can win that heart, you're going to change the future of somebody. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save him from hellfire to paradise because of you. Because of you. Okay, am I clear? So please, when I count till 3, I want everybody to go into this mode of really living that scenario. Okay, and remember, you don't come up with your something new. No, you have to use the same thing you've prepared. Use the same thing you have prepared and be serious about it, because you're going to change the future of somebody. You see, this is not like a commercial workshop. Please, ya Sheikh. Sheikh, come, this is important. Later on, you can, this is important, not the time. Leave everything. Who? What's that? A mother is different. I cannot say anything about mother. Okay, so please, Sheikh, khalas, you can go outside. After you finish, you come. We need to start. Because we don't want to hear any problem, okay? Yeah, inshallah. ما في مشكلة. مشكلة نية, according to the Urdu language. Like, 1. Everybody is ready with me? Everybody ready? Okay, we have somebody who wants to enter. Okay, 1. When I say 2, you close your eyes. When I say 3, you go into this scenario. Try to convince this non-Muslim or those non-Muslims about Islam. 1, 2, close your eyes. Put everything away. Close your eyes. How are you going to close your eyes and write at the same time? What a strange personality to have here. Wow. 1. Sheikh, Shabab, it's not time for talking. 1. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Go for the scenario, please. Go for the scenario. Try to live the scenario seriously. You are in a workshop that takes care of the message of the best people ever. You are now representing the prophets and the messengers in conveying the message to the non-Muslims. Do your best. Do your best, please, to present your message eloquently, beautifully. Close your eyes, please. Don't open your eyes till I tell you. Please, be serious about it. Please give it your utmost attention. Live that scenario. Live that scenario seriously. This scenario is very important. People need you as Muslims. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Live the scenario, please. Live the scenario with a non-Muslim. You should be serious about it. This is not funny stuff. Somebody might go to hellfire if you cannot convey this message right to them. So give it your serious attention and use the best words you have. Use the best expressions you have. Use the best methodology you have. And really, people need you as Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with the Shahada. I bear witness that there is no God except Allah. Make sure that this Shahada is explained very well to them. Make sure you explain it because this is the most important key that people need to have, so that their hearts will open up and they will start listening. They will start listening to you. Aqeedah, belief is the most thing. So if you can convince them about that, you have succeeded in this life, and inshallah in the hereafter you will be in paradise. And maybe if this person becomes a Muslim, hundreds of people become Muslim because of Allah than him. And this happened. Don't take this jokingly, take it seriously. We're not here like any commercial workshop. We are here representing the best message ever presented by all the prophets and messengers. And it was revealed to them to tell the people, worship Allah, the one and only. It's very important to understand this. They need it. Your value as a Muslim, you need not belittle it. Don't belittle your value as Muslim, please. You are much weightier than the Kaaba. Remember this, the Muslim is weightier, heavier in the scale of Allah than the Kaaba. The Kaaba that you will circumambulate, that you will go around. You are more valuable than that if you say the Shahada as a Muslim. If the Muslim, because anybody who has the Shahada and a Muslim is more valuable than the Kaaba. So you are very high in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But people need you, regardless of how inimical they are, how bad they are. They need Islam. And you cannot despair, because we need to do the job. There are staunch non-Muslim who have accepted Islam, even though they hurt Islam and they started insulting even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turned their heart and showed his miracle in them accepting Islam and leading even people to Islam. Hundreds in Holland, in Denmark, in many countries. Anybody who will fight the truth, believe me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will yamkuru bihim. Allah will basically plan as against them, and it will turn, the table will turn as against them. So please give your scenario your utmost attention. Don't stop. Close your eyes. Continue. I will stop talking and continue doing your scenario, please.
I can't hear Dr. Khalid. Can you hear him?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, now
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I stopped talking because I'm giving everybody the chance to live his scenario or her scenario. Okay, everybody, wake up. Everybody, wake up, everybody. Come on. Come on. I hope you didn't sleep. Hello there. Everybody's awake? Are you sure? Those people on the platform, I hope you didn't sleep on your bed. Hello? People at the platform there, did you sleep? How was it? Do you like it? How was it? Okay, I have
I
three
think
questions
everyone slept.
for you.
Nobody is messaging.
Because they are still sleeping, you know? I have one
Yes.
message from Sheikh Ali in the hall. Alhamdulillah. At least I've got somebody who's awake. Okay. I cannot sleep. No, I cannot sleep. Who is this? Salman, mashallah. I am following you. Excellent, Abdul Majid. I hope so. I'm sure your eyes are red now. Okay. Listen to me. Three questions. Three very important questions. Did you remember your personalized messages? All of it? Did you miss something and why? Did you add something and why? These are the questions. So did you remember everything? If you didn't, what did you miss and why? And if you added something, what did you add and why? Come on. You can write, it was a great dream. That means you were sleeping. So you did not live your scenario, Sheikh Muhammad. Sheikh Muhammad, he said that was a great dream. Fantastic. What a good start. Okay, Sheikh Muhammad, don't dream, please. Yes, these are the questions. Did you remember your personalized messages, all of it? Did you miss something? Why? Did you add something? Why? Look at the screen and the chatting. Sheikh Shifa is capturing what I say so that people will be more focused. Thank you, Sheikh Shifa. Yes, come on, say something. You can, by the way, you can raise your hand if you want to say something, those on the platform. You can raise your hand. I wish they can talk here, but I don't know why. There is a way, they need to complete. Okay, yes, I think we will stop here, but for me, I don't remember everything. I added something. Good, this is good, Yusuf. Anyway, what I want you to do now, we have to go for a prayer. They have just called for a prayer here in Riyadh. We will go for Salah and we will come back. But please write some notes about this exercise. Those who are not supposed to be praying now, or anybody there, write some notes. Did you remember all of it? Did you miss and why? Did you add something and why? These are the questions. Just write some notes about this. We will come and we'll go for a prayer here in Riyadh and we'll come back to you. Yalla, salam alaikum. Yes, take care, everybody. Let's go for a prayer. Please come back quickly. You have about, in basically 20 minutes, Sah, Sheikh Ali. 20 minutes we'll be here. 15 to 20 minutes we'll be around. Now you can talk to your mom.
Okay, we have answers coming in from Adisa. She says, I
might have missed,
remembered
okay.
my message, which is Islam means total submission to the one God. Sister Fatima,
who's this?
she answered
Fatima,
as
mashallah,
well.
great Fatima. Excellent, Fatima. I like your comments, Fatima, mashallah. Almost all of it, and I might have missed the adding. Okay, so that's it. Just write your notes. Later on, we'll discuss it, inshallah.
Subhanallah. Brother Yusuf says the person was so tough, he asked too many questions about Quran, mashallah. So this is all in your imagination, isn't it? All brothers and sisters, you can put in the answers to the questions, inshallah. The questions are, the first one, did you remember all of your personalized messages? The second question is, did you miss out something from that message and why did you miss it out? The third question is, did you add something to your message and why did you add something? You can inshallah type your answers and post it in the chat box. MashaAllah, Sister Hadiza, she is writing her message. Lovely, MashaAllah. It's better to write down your messages in a notepad or on paper so that you don't lose out the message, because if you have directly typed it in the chat, maybe you might lose it. Okay, so it's better if you can write it down in a notepad or an iPad or somewhere so that it is safe. Yes, brothers and sisters who are here in the platform, do try to answer the questions. If it is prayer time in your area, inshallah, you can go for prayer. But those of you who are here, inshallah, you can write down the points that you have taken. Inshallah, we have a 20-minute break. And during that, inshallah, you all can reflect and you can answer the questions which are typed in the chat. Your question is, did you remember your personalized message when you did the activity while you closed your eyes? The second question is, did you miss out something from your message and why was that? The third question is, did you do the activity and why was that? Missed a little bit.
I cannot hear you very well. Shabab in the hall here, please, because they are talking. We want to hear them. Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
What did?
Alhamdulillah, we got a few answers from some of the participants about the questions that was asked.
Where are they? Are they on the chatting?
Yes, it is there in the chat box.
Because I don't see that. But I'm okay. It's very difficult to move it through this chatting. You have to enlarge it, okay? So knowledge, who's this? Somebody's sending this Madiza.
Khadija, she said, yes, I remember. And the second question, did you miss something? She said, yes, because I needed to be brief. And the third question, did you add something? She answered, yes, because it is an integral part of the message to pass on.
No, I'm trying to read what Madiza wrote. Who's Madiza? Madiza Musa Baku. Madiza Musa Baku. Who is he? Is he a man or a woman?
It is a woman. It is from the online participants. I can unmute her.
From where?
Assalamu alaikum, from Nigeria, Hadiza.
Ah, you are the one, huh? You wrote this one, mashallah. Knowledge of Allah is okay, to increases our iman. Knowledge of Allah helps build a relationship with Allah in ways He prescribed. There are several names of Allah. The names, okay, mashallah. Great job. And you've already tweeted this. You've already shared it on the social media, Hadiza? You've already shared it? Good. And there is also, oh, mashallah, you've written a lot of stuff here. Good. Lots of things. Okay, Shifa, and there is, yes, I did remember. Yes, because I needed to be brief. Yes, because it is an integral part of the message. Okay. So we have 20 minutes Salah break. Okay, where is that? 20. Okay. You have Salah in Oman now, Sah, Shifa?
No, I had put
Shifa?
it when you had left, so I put the message at that time.
Oh, good. So now, okay, so no, I haven't, but I'll do that, inshallah. Okay, remember, try to share your messages, of course, on the social media. Don't stop. Try to share your messages on the social. Continue sharing this. And don't just wait for me to tell you to do it. Alas, whatever you prepare here, make sure you share. Don't waste your time, but collecting this and doing and working hard. And after that, you just keep it in your mind or confine it to your own notebook. No, try to share whatever we worked on together. This is a good opportune time for you to share this. Now, remember, you have also links that you can share. Don't waste these links that you have. Share the links also. And you have exhibits, you have a lot of things, you have YouTubes. Share all of this with all the people, please. Okay, do we have all the people here now? We have 37. Some of our participants here in the hall, unfortunately, they drag their feet. That's not really good. I don't see everybody's here. But anyway, this is something that we need to get used to. I can't put. Okay. Yusuf, can you call the other guys to come? I don't see them. I don't know. Where is Kamal? Where is everybody here? Okay. Now, what I want you to do, can you call the others, you guys can you help us get these guys? Unfortunately, these guys are dragging their feet again. We finished prayer a long time ago and they're still talking. By the way, brothers here in the hall, when you are close to the mosque, make sure you don't talk loudly in the bathroom. The problem with this hall, it is echoing. So nobody was able to pray when you were doing ablution because you were talking a lot in the bathroom. Sheikh Yusuf, I was hearing you and nobody could even pray. So please, just when you are in the bathroom, make sure, because unfortunately the whole hall and the bathroom very close to the prayer room. So everybody could hear what you were saying in the salah. And this is what somebody was. Yeah, we need to close this area. When they do their ablution, please make sure that you close it, because mashallah, they were talking and laughing and all of that. So nobody could pray. I couldn't pray myself, Okay, now listen to me, everybody. Listen to me, everybody. Please be seated. Because people are waiting for you guys. طيب, Bismillah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, now what I want you to do now, everybody's listening to me now? Shifa, everybody's there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do now, I want, you remember we did a practice, we did internal practice by closing our eyes. Now what I want you to do, look at the screen now. Look at the screen. I want you to practice now talking, standing, wherever you are now. Wherever you are now, I want you to stand and try as much as possible to stand and share your message with a make-believe audience. Somebody who is not in front of you. Just imagine that you are sitting, but this time you will be opening your eyes and you will be standing practicing your message. But of course you don't have anybody, but people in the hall here, they can do it. They could easily practice with each other. Okay, but those people, the people who are on the platform, I want you to stand up in front of a mirror, in front of whatever, or just stand up and start basically sharing your message with a non-Muslim. Okay, so please stand up. I will give you exactly 6 minutes to practice now saying your message while you are opening your eyes. Practice your message. You can stand up. Imagine that you are standing up and talking to some people, or maybe you can, if you feel like you want to share with a group of people sitting, maybe. But the most important thing, I want you now to share your message. Share your message, please. Practice it. This is what's called now practice your message with your team. Of course, you don't have a team. Those who are on a platform, they don't have a team. So just stand up and talk. Just practice while you are opening your eyes. If you need to refer to what you have written, you can, but little bit. Don't do a lot of this. Go ahead. Start practicing now. Start practicing now. This is still, it's a warming up. We are not finishing the cook or the meal now. Come on. Start practicing. Go ahead. Ya shabab, yalla, yalla, shabab. Here in the hall. Hey, shabab. Practice. Yusuf. Shabab, you need to practice with each other. Just what you were closing your eyes, now you open your eyes and you share as you talk to the people as if they are non-Muslim. The same thing you did when you were closing your eyes, but you practice with your people here. Listen to each other. Yusuf, can you explain to those people there? Please, do you understand? Shabab, they don't understand this. Could you? Kamil, can you explain to the three? I feel they are lost there. I think they are lost. Just can you tell them what to do? Because they don't seem to be. Forget about your mobile, please. Take his mobile away from him this time. Very difficult. Practice, please, practice. Listen to them, please. Please listen. You need to change now. You need to change. Change the person. We have only 4 minutes. Those who are at home, they can practice with each other. Those who are at home, they can practice with each other. If you are in pairs or in a three, you can practice with each other. Two minutes. 2 minutes. Shifa, can you see the PowerPoint? Shifa,
Yes, Alhamdulillah, we can see.
I've changed the PowerPoint.
Yes, yes, the communication criteria.
Good. Okay. Okay, stop. Okay, guys. Okay, ladies, stop. Yes, okay, let's continue. Please, Shabab, let's continue. Okay, everybody with me? We need to stop. Stop now, please. Stop now. Okay. Sheikh Saeed here. Stop. Let's stop here. Let's concentrate with me here. Remember, those who are on the online platform and those who are here. Remember, when you are standing in front of the people, remember what we said yesterday about the verbal and the non-verbal and the what and the how communication. So you were talking about verbal communication, non-verbal, and the how, which we called para, which is a bit awkward word. But now I will give you the details of what do we mean by verbal, non-verbal, and para. And we'll go through the criteria that we usually, because we're gonna be working on this presentation of yours later on. You need to make it, sharpen it, make it much better, make sure you work hard on it, because I want you, when you go home later on, you record it even. You record it. If you can send me your recording, that would be fantastic. If you don't want to share it with me, just keep it with you, no problem. But the most important thing, you do the recording. And you do an actual recording, as if you are really giving it to non-Muslim. And if you share this, I would be very happy, for tomorrow, of course. If you can share it tonight, I'll take it. I'll listen to it tonight. I'll just listen to see if you are there, at least to make sure that you are doing it. Okay, because unfortunately, I don't see people on platforms, so I cannot guarantee if they're going to do it or not. Anyway, so let's look at the criteria when you stand and when you communicate. There are two types of criteria. Mostly they are repeated, whether you are standing to give a talk or whether you are communicating face to face. There are things that are the same, and there are things that are suitable only for the presentation when you stand in front of people. So what I'm going to go through now, what are the detailed criteria when you stand up, which then after that I'll go to what the criteria when you discuss face to face. Okay, so the first one is what? Remember the three things. Always remember the dish and the meal. Remember what we said? We start with, which means you need to break the ice. You need to attract the people. You need to create a good environment. All of these come under the appetizers. Then you get into the content. The content needs to be digestible, delicious, so people they can easily, when they eat it, they really enjoy it. Then you end up with the appetizer, dessert, so that people will never forget your talk or will never forget your communication with them. This is why when you leave people, you have to leave what? Good impression. The most important things is that your introduction and your conclusion. The content is important, but the way at the beginning, when you introduce yourself, this is very, very important. You need to spend some time with the introduction so that you attract the people. You can capture them, capture their attention. They call it attention grabber. Okay. The same thing when you end your presentation, you have to be also very careful about it, because you have to leave people with good impression. You might do an excellent presentation, then you conclude with a statement that will destroy what you did. Or you will say something that might antagonize the people. You need to end up, and through the talk, you need to make sure that there is always the respect is there. The respect, regardless, even if you don't like the person, as much as possible, you don't stoop down. You don't stoop down. Keep this, and that's not an easy job. Some people are so irritating, but how can I maintain this respect of the other as a human being? How can I maintain this respect? This is where your strength comes as a person. Now, you are, better than me. You are shuyukh, most of you here. So the shuyukh should be the best examples, especially the shuyukh, those who are studying fiqh and aqidah and all of that here, especially in the whole here we have. All those people who are on the platform and they have good knowledge of Islam. Not like me, I'm just a normal person. I'm in the field of developing people, but I'm not a sheikh per se. Okay, so not everything I say, you take it for granted. No, you have to be careful. I share with you what I know about my field only, you know. So, and my experience with this basically field of da'wah for the past 35 years or 40 years. Anyway, now let me go over the criteria one by one. And I want you to think about them, because after that, you will be using all of this in your presentation. And you have to try to imagine it. Of course, you could do it together here in the hall because you are here. You can easily do it. But those who are on the platform, if you are in a group, this is excellent. But if you are not in a group, you can just record it, you imagine, and you do your best. But you still need, we're gonna write the presentation later on. I'm gonna give you a template and we're gonna work on that. Right, let's go to the criteria. What are the criteria now? Something is not, okay. So first of all, remember this, create what? A favorable atmosphere. You have to create a good atmosphere. Attract people to you, mostly. You have to choose very interesting subject that is relevant. Oh, already you have chosen something that you feel is important for your audience. Okay, so you've already chosen something. But remember, maybe your topic will be suitable to a certain people, certain time, but might not be suitable to certain people, certain time. So you should also customize the topic that might be relevant. If people, for example, are environmentalist, now what do? You have people whose major is environment, and you are sitting with them now. What are you going to be talking about? You have to talk about the basic of Islam, for sure. But of course, you need to have something related to environment. What does Islam say about environment? Protection of something like that. At least you should have something. Not necessarily you dwell a lot on it, but at least you need to attract them. Because remember, people who are attached to their topics, they love to talk about their topics. You know, and that's part of da'wah. Know the person, know his interest, know his desires, know what he likes and what he doesn't like, as much as possible. The more you know about the person, the better you are well prepared, you know. But and you need to customize your talk to that person so that you could lead the situation. And that's part of being spontaneous, quick-witted, original. You know, you can think on your toes. And that's the difficult part. How can I think on my toes? And I can attract people while I'm doing it impromptu, on, you know, not necessarily prepared. And that's the strength of a da'i. Not necessarily preparing himself for a presentation, because this you have ample time. Like in the strength of a da'i is that when he is really spontaneous, quick-witted, leads the situation, he knows how to control the situation very well. If you know how to control the situation, you could control easily the person and you can attract his heart. And as soon as you are genuine, you get to the heart of the people. And if you are not genuine, they will feel it. They will know. You have to be genuine. They need to feel that you really care from here about them. They need to care that you are really merciful. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been sent as a mercy for the whole people. Now, if they don't, if a Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been sent as a mercy, now what is the characteristic or trait that we are supposed to take? We are supposed to emulate and imitate Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Now and that's part of, because those people are ignorant. Sometimes they are the enemies of themselves. Now make sure that first of all they understand themselves very well, and they start questioning what they have in their mind, what they have in their heart and minds, and that you can, after that you build on it. You know, these are just some of the thoughts. Maybe it's good to remember. Now, so choose interesting topic. Now, you should subject for it. This is why when we prepare like this, you know, that means we do what? We want to know our subject very well. So by the time I go and talk to these people, at least I have some information. And not necessarily to read researches and books a lot. No, maybe you need to prepare yourself. You have to prepare for this encounter, for this presentation. And with many encounters, you will be reading more books. And of course, the more books you read, the more knowledge you have, the deeper you'll become in the way you think and in your insight. Right. You need to introduce, you remember what I said? You need to spend more time on the introduction. There is a lot of psychological barriers at the beginning, by the way. It's not just, so choosing the words at the beginning is very, very, very important. How you introduce yourself is very important. How you break the ice is very important. After that, you, of course, if you are giving a presentation, you either have PowerPoint or you use notes. And as much as possible, be conversational. Don't always look into your notes or PowerPoint presentation, so that you can always have your eye contact with the people. And this is what I'm going to mention now, because you cannot have eye contact if you always look at your PowerPoint or your notes. Organize your thoughts. Remember, coherent sequence. Organize your thoughts. Always, or make sure. And this is the difficult part. Some people have difficulty organizing their thoughts. So there is no sequence in the way they present themselves. And that's not an easy job. I'm telling you, I suffer. I'm somebody who might take you by surprise, talk about something else. Deliberately, I go away sometime. But this is why you need to bring yourself to know. Sequence your thoughts. At least there needs to be a logic in the way you present yourself. Again, you must leave the people with a good impression, have a good conclusion. You have, or use your appropriate gestures. Make sure you synchronize your gestures with your words. When you say, he is up there, and your hand is down, what is this? This is not synchrony. You are really contradicting yourself. You have to make sure even the gestures you use and the wording you use, you have to be basically, you have to make sure your gestures are compatible and suitable to that. And don't use a lot of gestures. Like me, and I use a lot of gestures. I'm somebody who would use a lot of gestures. And I'm sometimes, even I go beyond that. You see my hands always moving. I got used to that. It's good, but overdoing it is not good. Okay, so the posture, the way you stand, the way you move, the way you, especially when you are on the stage, this, you see, this is the how. Remember 3 things? Vary your voice. This is the how. Okay, use appropriate gesture. This is non-verbal. Vary your voice. This is what? How. So sometimes you need to raise your voice a little bit. Sometimes you calm yourself. You bring it down a little bit. It depends on the mood, on the emotion, but they need to feel it. But it has to be genuine. Don't fake emotions. Yes, sir. This is for a presentation when you stand up now. But also it applies to the face-to-face. Yes. Online, this is also, you need to be careful about your words when you write, or even when you talk. So the same thing when you talk to the people, online you could do it. So but the same thing applies. The same thing, vary your voice. It's for you when you stand up giving presentation, or face-to-face, or even online. So because you will see them if you are chatting with them, and even if you don't see them, they will hear you. So your voice you need to vary it depending on the content you are explaining. What is it that you're explaining? Sometimes you need to raise your voice a little bit. Sometimes you need, but this requires a lot of training. You cannot do it all the time, but it takes a lot of training. I'm telling you. You see, I'm talking with you now. So sometimes why I would raise my voice sometimes? I get attention because some people are sleeping, for example. And somebody like the other, you see he's sleeping, for example, now. So, yeah, so, no, I know you're not sleeping, but I'm just saying as an example now. You see? So sometimes I deliberately raise my voice. Sometimes no. Also, because of the story I am relating, maybe I'm relating a story or anecdote. صح? And the story might be sad. So here my voice will go a little bit lower, and I will basically go down and down because it is a sad situation, But if I'm happy, you see, now I'm happy, started raising my voice. Wow, man, what's happening? I'm really enjoying it, you guys. Come on, what's happening? Thank you for coming, Sheikh Kamel. Superman, man. You're really a lovely guy. You've been encouraging everybody. Now, you see, I put some zest, they call it Hamas here, some zest in it. Why? Because I want, that's a happy moment. But when you are sad or gloomy or you feel despair, remember something very important. When you are enthusiastic, الناس بيصيرون enthusiastic. People will become enthusiastic. When you are رايح ملح, you talk like this, what will happen to the people? بيروحوا ملح. They will be listening. You are contagious. You don't know about it. And أحيانا people basically are, يعني they interact with you. They interact with you. So you have to be careful about your emotion and how sad you are or happy you are, how enthusiastic you are, how passionate you are. When you have a lot of passion, people will be what? Full of passion. When you don't have passion, even if you have the beautiful content, but you don't have passion, you know, like for example, you'll be talking about, you guys really need to be patriotic people, you know, and really, you know, everybody needs to respect his country, be patriotic, and you know, this is really something good, you know. You understand now? I'm talking about being patriotic, and love your country, and present your country well. If you talk in the tone I previously talked with, وين الحماس حقي؟ خرب ما عندك سالفة. You have nothing. No, you have to feel it. You have to, and when you feel, it's not just feel it. You have to be genuine about it, not to fake it. بس عشان بقى, you have to really feel it, you know. So of course these are natural. Sometimes we do it naturally, by the way. When something is sad, of course by default you'll go sad. When something is happy will make you happy. You'll raise your voice and all that. But you need to watch this, and this is the how. Also, يعني أحيانا, I've seen some of the brothers, Muslim brothers, sometimes when they present to the non-Muslim, أعوذ بالله, you know, the way they present it, they shout. You know, you could see that they are, the content اللي يقولونه جيد, but they are very aggressive. That's really, you have to be careful. This will bring people, or you know, will خلاص, you'll turn off that person. Is not going to listen to you. Or maybe you will say a joke that is culturally sensitive. Be careful. A joke, maybe I have a good Saudi joke, but it might fit, it might not fit a joke in Nigeria, or it might not, the audience, it doesn't fit them at all. You know? So you have to be careful about the anecdote, about the story, about the joke. So you need to understand the culture more. All of these things they teach in this presentation skills, public speaking. You know. Anyway, then you have also need to be careful about your time. Need to be careful about your timing. It's very important to understand that time is, some people, they don't have time, especially when you have already given them that I'm going to be talking only or for half an hour. You know, so you have to be careful about that time. You have to abide by the half an hour. Speak also at an appropriate speed. When you speak to the people, some people speak quickly, so they don't understand it. You know, so your speech should be appropriate and suitable. Now you have also, you need to speak clearly. Remember what I said about the 7 C's? The 7 is already clear. You have to be clear, you know. You need to choose the right words. That's not an easy job, I'm telling you. Some words are very sensitive. So you might think they are good, but they might not be good. Speak in complete sentences, you know. Speak with a grammatical accuracy. You have to check your grammar as much as possible. You have to gain the attention of the audience. People you need to include them by what? So basically you maintain eye contact with everybody so that you will gain their attention, you know. Thank you. We forgot all about the we should not have, but we should have. Anyway, that was a mistake on my part. I should have told you. Okay, so you need to make the audience part of your talk. So how can you, they are all connected. If you look at the people, ya shabab, if you look at the people, what will happen? I will gain their attention. But if you don't look at them, what will happen to them? If I'm just looking at this area, they will be disinterested because he doesn't care about us. He's just looking at those people as if they are the ones and we are mashi halak. He doesn't care about us, you know. So you need to make sure that your distribution of eye contact is balanced, you know. So it's not, people will think that you don't give them that much attention. And of course, the last thing that is very, very important is your conclusion. Leave the people with positive impact, with positive impression, you know, so that they will always remember you and they would love to come to you. This is Ali, the dessert, okay, or Ras Malai, as the Indian or Pakistani have their beautiful dessert that they give me when I go to them, mashallah. You know, so you need to have a beautiful dessert. I don't know what you have it in Nigeria. What dessert do you have there? What, hamur? I'm just joking. What dessert do you have in Nigeria? What type of dessert do you have? And when I was in Sierra Leone, they gave me a lot of fish. By the time I got here, I almost became a fish, you know, fish from the Atlantic because of Yusuf. His wife was cooking for me all. They would bring the fish to me, Yusuf here. His wife, mashallah, cooked beautiful fish for me, and also the wife of Khalid Yassin, mashallah. They would bring me big plate, you know, fish, lovely fish from the Atlantic Ocean. They will bring it to the hotel, you know, and their place is very, very far from the hotel. But they put me in a very beautiful hotel, you know, mashallah. May Allah bless them. They took good care of me there. Luckily, they did not kidnap me. Alhamdulillah. So leave audience with positive impression. Now, this is oral communication. This is face-to-face. You will notice that it is repeated, almost the same, except for certain things. مثلا, you have the same thing. You have to work on your fluency. The same thing, you need to use it in the presentation skills. You saw the exercise I gave you about putting your two fingers in ears and talking. This is why I want you to speak, because I want your tongue to start relaxing. Imagine you do this, or because some of you and some of us Arab, and we have accent. So we need to work hard on our tongue to make sure that our tongue start relaxing, get used to the English language. You know, those who are native speaker or native like, I mean, because in their culture they speak English, but sometimes even if it is your second language, Nigeria, for example, when Kamel talks, I have difficulty sometimes understanding him. This is why he has to work hard, even though his English, mashallah, more than perfect. But still, we need to work hard on this, and the speed also. So you need to be careful about your speed. You're not aware of this unless somebody tells you this. I, for example, speak very fast sometimes, you know. So I try to, you know, but as a teacher, alhamdulillah, I tend to repeat, which is good, you know. But of course, you have to be careful not to repeat many times, but sometimes you need to repeat to remind the people of this. You repeat it not necessarily in the same way. You can repeat it differently to make sure you drill down this idea or this thought. Okay, so fluency. So you need to read. This is why I say record. Why do I say record? I do this, by the way. This is the way I've taught my English. I've taught myself English. I record a lot of things. You've seen my recording, everybody here. That's the way I learned. It's not because I wanted to share with the people, but later on, many people, they said, wow, you have a lot of recording. Why don't you share it with the people? So I started sharing it with the people instead of wasting my breath. I'm not a professional reciter, but I usually, as time goes on, subhanallah, even my reading got faster and faster and faster and faster. And my tongue started becoming so fluent. This flow that you see me now doing, I never had this before. Now it's easy for me to remember, to be spontaneous, to be quick-witted. My tongue started relaxing, using English. Doesn't sound as if I'm Dossary. Sorry, I'm just saying. But I started really picking up, even though I didn't study abroad. All my studies that you see is basically in Saudi Arabia. It was only 1 year that I spent in the USA for my master's degree at that time. And everything else, all the years I spent it here in Saudi Arabia. But how much effort I had to go through, this way of recording and listening to myself my tongue started relaxing. My ears started getting used to the English language, to the pronunciation and everything. I started living this environment more, immersing myself in this environment. I became different and I could feel it. I became spontaneous. I became quick-witted. All of these things came because of that exercise. This is why I'm pushing it down your throat. I'm telling you, you have to do it because I'm sure you're going to enjoy it if you do it. I record, I listen to myself, I evaluate, I critique myself, I critique the book, I live with the book, I interact with the book, and I stay in my own cocoon, my own world. Wow, but the learning that I get is amazing. It's amazing. You know, imagine you read a book, 500 pages, and you live with the book. You see lots of things, you learn a lot of things, but you don't read it in the way you read it, the normal way, silently. No. I read it loudly, listen to it, and listen to the recording, and I interact with it, and I think about it, I critique it, live with the book, I fight with the book. It has become part and parcel of my way of learning. That's the way I've learned. Not because I went to the state. I didn't go to the state. Believe me, in the state, I didn't learn nothing. Zero, almost. Except for some courses. The teachers, even not the best teachers, even though they claim this university is the best university in that field at that time. Believe me, in King Saud University, at Riyadh University, much better teachers I had. Much better teachers I had. And it was good. I got even A and so-called A, and my average was 3.7. But those who taught us were really mediocre. Mediocre. We were just going to the courses, come back. And with my family, I was just going to the courses, finished. And I crashed all the courses in master degree. You know, I crashed them 34 hours in 1 year. Imagine, they gave me 3 years to finish my master degree. I finished it in 1 year. 2 summers, 2 semesters, because I didn't want to stay there. I didn't like it. Not because the environment was reasonable, but I didn't like to be there. I didn't like, even the teachers were not so fascinating to attract me. There was only one teacher that I really liked. The rest, they were so mediocre. Our teachers here in King Saud University, you guys are lucky to have much better teachers than professors. This is why I wasn't encouraged to continue my PhD at that time in the same field. I said, let me come back. And I came back, and then I started, and I got another master degree, but I got it from here. And I knew that going all the way to America or UK, that's not the way to, believe me, people are sometimes, they give a lot of attention to that, even though it might not be the best choice. Because I didn't see that's the best choice for me at that time. I learned, but it's not the professional, the academic learning that I would have liked to see. But anyway, clarity of the meaning is very important. Make sure your meaning is clear. And you need to check on the people, the meaning also. Clarity of pronunciation. This is why you have to push it. You remember what I say about the first read, make sure you know the words, and you make sure you know the pronunciation. The first 6 steps. Then ease of discussion. This is where spontaneity come, fluency come, you know, quick-wittedness come. Grammatical accuracy again. Content accuracy. Make sure your content is accurate and correct with substantiation. Organization of thoughts, word choice, completeness of, these are repeated, the same thing, like when you stand up or when you are face to face. And ease of word recall, this is spontaneity. Assertiveness, being polite while saying the right thing. This is the opposite of aggressiveness, saying the right thing, but impolite, not respecting the other people. So aggressive, you say the right thing, but you are impolite. Your emotion are fired up, flared, as they say. You know, aggressive, this is not the word that you have to stay away from. Assertive, you say the right thing without diluting your religion. You say it firmly, okay, steadfastly, with respect, while respecting the other party or the other people. And that is, this is a lot of, you know, it requires a lot of work, because we tend to be emotional as Muslims in general, because emotion is part and parcel of us, because we care. But sometimes we go off tangent. It is flared. Right away we get angry because of the agonies we live, maybe because of the colonization and all those people. So we started to establish a character that, you know, we have dignity. You know, Muslims usually have got dignity. They don't succumb easily to anybody, you know, which is a good thing. But sometimes it gets overboard when we discuss with the people, because there are some people who are victims of their own people, of their own governments. So you need to differentiate between a system and the people when you talk. You need to differentiate between politics and the people when you talk. Don't mix the two things, you know. So you have to be careful here. Active listening, of course, this is the last, this is all of us have a problem with this. We don't listen actively. What does it mean to active listen? What does active listening mean? Come on. What does it mean? Active listening. Not only that, yes. What does active listening mean, guys? Come on. Platform. I'm talking to the people on the platform. What does active listening mean? When we say active listening, what does active listening mean? To listen and ask questions, okay. To listen carefully, okay. Interacting with the other, okay. Ahmed, yes. Go ahead. Listening and reflecting, you could see your chatting, or you could see it from here. Listen, active. Active listening, I will, okay. Active listening, it doesn't mean just listening with your, no. Also, it means reflective listening. So it's not just a matter of active listening. I am showing really that I am really active in listening. But if you want to show that you are really active, you have to reflect on what this person says instead of preparing your answers. Some people, unfortunately, somebody is talking and they are in their mind, they are preparing an answer. Listen to the guy, reflect on what he says. Okay, this is called reflect, and ask him back questions to show or to confirm your understanding of what he says. So it's not just a matter of active, means you are supposed to be actively involved, reflecting over what he says, asking him clarification questions, you know, so that by the time you want to answer, you have a full picture of what he really means. Am I clear here? So it's sometimes they call it reflective also listening, you know. So you are actively involved in reflecting on what he is saying, while at the same time asking questions to clarify. Okay, sometimes you have to check by answer. Is this what you mean? My understanding is this. I know that your feeling is this, and my understanding is you're saying this, isn't it? You need to confirm your understanding of what it is, so that by the time you understand what he means and his wording, what exactly he wants to say, you can answer. Sometimes you might be saying something that is not going along with what he's saying, and we say, look, wait, this is not what I mean, and you will be basically taking or hijacking the conversation somewhere else. So you have to be very, very careful, you know. What's that? Oh, okay. Okay, guys. So that's basically where we stand now. Any questions before we proceed? Any question? Come on, guys. Any question before we proceed? Yes, on the platform. Any comments? Any feedback? Anybody would like to say something? Anybody would like to say something? Even you can say it through the Zoom. I can turn off my mic. This will not, inshallah. Any comments to listen to in order to understand the thought of the speaker? Come on. Okay, thank you. Yes. Anything, any comment, any question, any feedback? Are we happy with what's happening? Are we learning? Are we learning, improving our Islamic English? Are we understanding the communication and some of the criteria, some of the types?
Yes, Sister Hiba has a question. What do I do when someone invites and I feel rejected?
What do I do when someone invites? What do you mean invites and I feel rejected? I'm not clear about this question here, Hiba. If you are rejected, don't go. Why do you have to go? If they reject you, have your dignity also there and don't go. If they say, we don't want you, khalas, why do you have to go? That means they have rejected you, but you need to understand that they have rejected you because maybe it is because of you. You know, so maybe you need to think about why they have rejected me. You know, what is it that I have from behaviors and demeanors that has made them, or that have made them reject me? Now, how can I make sure that they don't reject me? This is the question that you need to ask yourself. You know, I think
yes.
that's much. Yes.
We have another question from Hadiza. What do you mean by assertiveness in oral communication?
What do I mean by what? What do you mean by?
Assertiveness.
Okay. Yeah. I have already explained it, Hadiza. I said assertiveness is to say the right thing in a very polite way. And you say it with what? While you are assured that this is the right thing, without diluting it, firmly, steadfastly, And at the same time, you say it in a manner that respects the person in front of you. This is assertiveness. Anything else?
Yes, we have Sister Numera who says, listening attentively, a mindful effort to hear, understand, and the retention of information provided. So this is one of the comment.
What's
And
that?
then we have a question from Brother
Listening
Kamal who
attentively,
says,
mindfully first. Yeah, that's not a question now.
no,
Numira,
that
say
wasn't
listen.
a question, that was the comment.
Oh, good.
Next, we have a question.
I
As a
prefer,
teacher, what do I or how do I make it through if I notice the listener, but they're not ready to listen to understand my message by listening, but listening to attack me while presenting Islam to him?
well, that's a good question. Oh, you wrote the question? Okay. Say the question again. No, say it on the Zoom.
I am the author of the question. The question says, as a preacher, if I'm trying to call other party to Islam, but I notice the person is trying to listen to me, to attack, not to understand my message. In this type of situation, should I leave the person or I should indulge with him? Again.
Yes, I will leave this. I want you to answer this. Who can answer him? So basically, I'm now in the middle of a discussion with a preacher. Preacher? Is it? With a preacher. And the preacher is not willing to listen to me. He's preparing something to attack me while I'm talking with him. What can I do in this case? You are getting into something else other than the program, but that's all right. Okay, this is food for thought. Anybody can answer him. I'm in the middle of discussion with a preacher, especially here in Saudi Arabia. We have, in the Gulf in general, we have born again Christian. And usually they don't listen. They just prepare their stanzas, their programmed sentences to say it to you. To attack you, not necessarily to attack you, but to say certain things. They are programmed, born again. You know, Jimmy Swaggart stuff in California, they are in the Gulf. They have a lot of them here, born again, Protestant. Now, what do you do with those people who do not want to listen? You know?
All right, assalamu alaikum. I want to say a little things towards that question. Like we have been taught about communication skill. There are also something in communication they call modesty. You know, in communications, as for every speaker, especially an Islamic speaker, you're trying to bring someone to your religion or trying to make someone to understand something. And if they refuses to accept your message, it's not false. You know, you are only presenting the beauty, you know, introducing the religions to them and try to convince to them as best as you can. And bearing in mind that they are accepting to what you are telling them, it depends with Allah. And if they're turning in something else towards you, alhamdulillah, you should use hikmah. You know, you should not reply them with anything that will make the situation to be worse. Your responsibility is to give the message, to deliver the message to them. And if they accept it or not, alhamdulillah, you leave them with whatever they attack you with. So this is the other thing I have to say.
Is it? We cannot hear it. But anyway, I think those who are on the Zoom, they've heard you very well on the Zoom.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
In the hall here, yeah, but the problem here in the hall, because of the loud speakers here, I don't know how we solve this, but maybe I need to access my laptop, or sorry, my iPhone. That would make it better for me to understand what he's saying. maybe you can, yeah, but yeah, oh, you're right. I think that's another way. So somebody has to go quickly, lower it down, bring it back. Yeah, that's, but Atif is not here. Anyway, it's all right. I'll leave that later on. Let's just move. I think I like your answer, by the way. Yes, Shifa.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
So we
Shifa.
have more comments and questions like one of the brother Faisal, he mentioned, I was watching some of the videos from Speakers Corner in the UK, and I think that we need to learn how to handle hard questions such as jihad, etc.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and then Sister Hiba, her question is there an opportunity for training and volunteering with you?
And volunteering with me? Yes,
Yeah.
of course. She can join your team, Shifa and Dr. Sonia. Join the same team that we have here, who are really running the whole chatting here. These are my greatest asset, my greatest people. So you can join them and you can attend all our programs, inshallah, future program. And you'll be one of the leaders in our EIECC program, inshallah. So you can easily just make sure you contact the sisters here and you become part of the team. Simple. We have everybody in the hall here is part of the team, alhamdulillah. Many of them here, they've been with us for quite some time, alhamdulillah. Anyway, let's just move. I'm just a little bit aware of the time now. I need to be aware, but I like your answer. You need, I might not have the best answer, okay? And it's better to open it up. But there's something here. Dr. Sonia is saying, Dr. Sonia is saying, my opinion to you, Dr. Sonia is answering you. She says, my opinion, send your message through your behaviors, which is to the point. Send your message through your behaviors. At the end of the day, become an Islamic exhibit on the move. And of course, this is the best answer. As much as possible, even those who are inimical, or I don't want to say inimical, but they tend to give you a headache, you know, invite them to your house, have something with them, chat about something general, not necessarily all the time you get into heated discussion with them. You can't change them. But as soon as they know your mannerism, your behaviors, the way you are hospitable to them, the way you invite them, the way you care about them, things that will make them get angry or flare them, stay away from it. But treat them as a human being in the best way, you know, because they are now in your country or your place, or maybe you invite them to your house, or maybe you go with them to the desert. As much as possible, I mean, conduct yourself in an Islamic exhibit on the move again. Now, as time goes on, we saw this before, as time goes on, they change. And their tone starts to become, you know, less and less. And they don't get into heated, and they know you, and they respect this. They themselves, they start going away from what will, you know, push that heat or hot button, you know. So that's just another way. Thank you, Dr. Sonia, because you started this. Okay. Anyway, I think I need to move, Sheikh Yusuf. Maybe that's it. If you can write it there, write it. It would be better to write it so that everybody will see it. You know, even you need to write your answer. You didn't write your answer. You love to talk like me. We have a big mouth like me. Okay, let's go now to what is it that we're supposed to do now. This is very important, please. I want you now, we have reached now the final thing that we need to do, almost. This will take some time. I'll go back now, I'll show you what is it that I mean. Again, I need to get out from here and go to share. Come here again, share this. Okay, before sharing this, Hiba, I will take you now we are here. Yes, somebody needs to be admitted, but there is no name here. So you need to check their name before admitting them. Okay, Hiba, not Hiba, I mean Shifa.
Yeah, yes.
The Shifa, which means healing, mashallah. Now, We are going to run again a YouTube. And the YouTube is what? Brief guide, Ashifa?
Yes.
Brief guide. Huh?
To Islam. Yes.
Okay.
Brief
Again, I
guide
want you
to
to,
Islam.
yeah, let's listen to this brief guide. That's going to be almost like the last YouTube we'll see with maybe some posters later on. But I want you to listen to this YouTube brief guide. Take some information from this and add them also to your prepared presentation or prepared talk. Okay, so let's listen to this. That's good to listen to it. It's a good change. And after that, we'll come to, I will give you the template that you need to use for writing your presentation and reading it, presenting it, recording it, and after sharing your recording with us. If you could do this before tomorrow, that would be fantastic. But try to do it as much as you can. And if we can share it even with the people. So if everyone would like we'd like you to, tonight, after we finish writing your presentation, we want you to go home to stand and record your presentation, send it to us, the team. We already have got groups. We might be able to share it here with all of you. So tomorrow will be like sharing some of your presentation. That's one way of doing it. But so basically, this is what you have to do tonight. But we'll work on this. But this will take a long time because I have to show you the template. Now let's listen to this, get more information that are related to, again, your topic. Bismillah, start. Raise the volume, please. You can, maybe that would be easier for you to look at on the Zoom.
Islam is a complete way of life, combining both the spiritual aspects of the belief and the method which I can follow in my life. Islam is not only a belief. It is a belief and teachings to follow. It is a way of life. The Islamic belief is simple and clear, but it also complies with the human disposition. As in Islam, there is no mediation between humans and their Lord. The Lord hears and sees everything. You can just raise your hands to the sky in supplication to Him. Ask His forgiveness and mercy. I do not have to go to someone in specific for that. And I do not have to go to some place for that. The Islamic belief is simple and clear. It can be summarized in 6 points. First, the belief in God. There is only one God. He neither begets nor is born. There is nothing like Him. He has neither son nor wife. He is the Almighty, the Omnipotent, the All-Knowing, the All-Merciful. Second, the belief in His angels. They are created from light by Almighty Allah and obey His commands. Third, the belief in His books that ended with the Holy Quran, which Allah has preserved from any distortion. Fourth, the belief in all of the messengers and prophets of God. The last is Muhammad, peace be upon him. Fifth, the belief in the day of judgment, when all people shall be accountable for what they did in this worldly life. Sixth, the belief in God's divine decree and predestination. There are 5 pillars of Islam that a Muslim should fulfill. First, testimony of faith. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is His messenger. Second, Salah, which are the 5 daily obligatory prayers. Third, Zakah. which is a form of alms giving to the poor. Fourth, fasting, the month of Ramadan each year. Fifth, Hajj, which is the annual pilgrimage to Mecca, which should be made once in a lifetime, if capable, in terms of health and finance. We see the community bond in the saying of Prophet Muhammad, "He is not one of us who does not have mercy on our young and does not respect our elders." We see the strive to do things the best way in his saying, "Allah loves when anyone who does something for him to do it well."
Excellent, mashallah, very nice. Yes, Shifa, do I need to share now?
Yes, you have to share.
طيب, do I have to do the sharing again?
Yes, yes.
طيب, you got now this. You see this small video, more than enough for you to present Islam. You know, by the way, somebody is asking about sharing the links for the YouTubes. Share the links, please, for the 3 YouTubes.
Yes, inshallah.
Shifa, share
Yes.
please the links, because I think he came late. He came, that's the first time for him. His name is Talal. Share the links with him, 3 links for the YouTube, and you can share the other ones also. Anything related to YouTubes, you can share it with them. And by the way, these YouTubes should be shared intensively on the social media, please. Every link we've given it to you, please make sure you share this. Don't just keep it with you. You sleep on it. No, please. Share intensively. This is a lot of work put in this. As I said, look at how small this video is, but how powerful the message is, how beautiful it's presented, the images and the way and the design and the graphics. Amazing. Just share this, please. Don't leave anything that we've given it to you or we've given just there for you just to learn. We are not here just to learn. We are here to share our Islam to the other people. Learn so that we can share. Learn, share, and care. You know, so it's very important to make sure we don't leave whatever we learn here with us, please. Let's make sure that every workshop becomes, mashallah, an operational room, you know, for presenting Islam to the whole world. Please, let's do that. Yani, it's not, we should not just, okay, now I think it's time for a prayer, isn't it? Okay, so I'll show you something before we go. Have they started? Let's go if we need to. I'll show you something before I go. Sorry. I think I need to share again, she said. Okay, I need to share again. So how can I share? Where am I now?
You have to press escape and you have to share screen once again.
Yeah. I'm trying now to do my best, so take it easy with me.
Yeah.
Take it easy with me. Okay, share what now? I don't know. What do I do here?
The screen.
Yes. Yeah, but this is not coming now. But I don't see the desktop here. Okay.
Yes.
Did I do something? Can you see it now?
Yes, alhamdulillah, it's clear now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, everyone, please, this is the last thing we'll do tonight, but please, 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 you need to record yourself while presenting your final document. Tonight, I would love to receive, it's just a matter of 5 minutes, 7 minutes maximum. Okay? Yani just present as if you are really presenting to non-Muslim. As if you are really presenting to non-Muslim. I'll just show you the template and we'll go for كم بقي عن الصلاة. طيب خليني بس أعطيهم التمبلت عشان في ناس يقدرون يشتغلون عليه من الحين. طيب, okay. You see, look at this. Please, look at this now. This is one of the template, the mind map. After you finish the mind map, all the thoughts you put it there, you put the main topic, and you need to organize this later on. Then you put it in an essay so that you can present it. This is an essay. So you have a title. This is structure of the essay. You saw this before, those who were with me. So you have title, then you have introduction, then you have first body, then you have the second body, then you have the third body, then you have conclusion. And you can have more bodies if you want. But the most important, don't make it very long. Don't make it very long. So please now, you can have it in mind map, the main topic, and branching off what is it that you want to say, then you can sequence it. Okay, and you put it in an essay. Then when you are finished with the essay, today, we'll do it now here. When we are finished with the essay, we need to present it. We will present it here just to practice, but the most important thing, you go and you try to record it on any recording, just 5 minutes, no more than that. Don't take more. Just record yourself while you are presenting it. Without looking, as much as possible, I don't want you to look. I want you to be original, spontaneous, and quick-witted. Do your best to it. If you look, that means you have failed. But we'll prepare. When we come from prayer, we'll work on preparation. Okay? We'll go for a prayer and come back. Shifa. Shifa, we will go for a prayer and come back.
Yes,
I will leave the essay. The essay title, introduction, 3 paragraphs or 4, and conclusion.
Yes, inshallah.
Yalla salat. Shabab, listen to me. Yeah, Shabab here.
Yes, brothers and sisters who are on the platform, inshallah, you can start the activity. The messages that you have written and the thoughts that you have noted down, inshallah, you can put it in a nice format. You can either use the mind map format, where you have put down the title and the introduction, and from that you can have branches of the different thoughts and the different thought process that you had. Or inshallah, you can also use the essay format, as you can see on the screen, in which you can write the title of your message, a short introduction, and the body paragraph, where you can begin with your topic sentence. You can give examples and a summary sentence, inshallah. And you can have more than one body paragraph. And after that, you can conclude with a couple of lines. So inshallah, you can start writing down your essay. You can start writing down your messages, inshallah, that you're going to present to the non-Muslims. I hope that I'm clear. If you have any questions or doubts, you can ask in the chat box. Alhamdulillah, we are here to answer your question if you have any. If it is prayer time, inshallah, you can go for prayer. But if it is not, you can do the activity. If you have any questions, you can type your question in the chat, inshallah.
Now let's, Bismillah. Now what I want to do is to please start writing your presentation on this essay template. Start writing it. Now, of course, you can go visit the links for the exhibits. Shifa, maybe you can share the exhibit links now. Or maybe you can watch the videos. There are 3 videos. Also, there are other videos, we can put them for you in case you want to refer to them. You know, so you can visit these 3 videos. You can go to the exhibit. Now, I mean, you can do this later on, but now we will send you the the links, the two links for the two exhibits. There is another exhibit that we can share with you also if you want. Maybe Shifa, you can also share with them. This is Islam exhibit. I think it's the time for two. So there are more exhibits now you can share. You know, you can get more ideas if you want. This is, of course, now the time is very short. Concentrate on finalizing your structured presentation. Now you have to do a structured presentation, personalized presentation. It's your own. You want to put your messages now in this presentation and what we've explained about criteria of communication, about the 7 C's, you know, make sure you have it the way it is. So now we have all the exhibits now. Before we gave you only 2 exhibits. Okay, we sent in the email all the exhibits, but in the chatting box, we did, or chatting platform, we only sent 2 exhibits. Now we have given you all the exhibits with even, not just the posters, with the pop-ups, with the roll-ups, everything is there. So you can choose, see something that might fit your even content. You can take some ideas from that exhibit. So start just please writing now on that, the same thing. Title, introduction, first body, second body, third body. You want to put fourth body, it's your ball game. And conclusion. And start please writing this. After that, I want you to record this. And one of the ladies saying, can we have a PowerPoint with the voiceover? Yes, of course. That's going to be fantastic, Hiba. I like that. That's going to be innovative. I like that. This is exactly what we need. We need innovation. You remember the 5 things that we started with? You know, sharing knowledge, being innovative, being original, spontaneous, quick-witted, you know, trying to reach to the potential of people and getting it out so that they can use it for the sake of Islam. All these are very important, you know. So please just now start writing your structure, the essay, prepare yourself, and we will spend some time on this. You have 10 minutes now. Please, let's finish it in 10 minutes. And look at your, by the way, your Shabab here in the hall, look at your Zoom, see the exhibits. We have already shared the exhibits. Okay. So, and work on something. You can have some more ideas if you want. You can visit the exhibit or the cards. You have cards, exhibits, you have too many things there that you can share. But remember, we need you to share all the things that we have given you. Don't leave anything just lying at your pillow while you are sleeping. We want you to be awake all the time for da'wah. Take care. اوكي ببدا يا شيخ ما في وقت ترى. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Okay, I think can you have your headphone? Okay, we are going to we have only several minutes. I would like to just go over certain things quickly. Okay, now your task tonight, please, your task tonight is to finish writing the draft. Okay, fix it very well, review it very well, edit it very well. Okay, and I will take, by tomorrow I need to receive your document. By tomorrow I need you to send your document. You send it to the email of the program, EIECC. You know, I think you know about this email that you have received our initial emails from. So please send it to the emails, or maybe you can send it to the groups. Send your documents in the group. Better, the WhatsApp groups. This will make it easier. Because this, instead of sending to 160 people in our case, we want to receive your documents today. Okay. Now, after, please, can you be seated, please? I need to finish this, please. Ya Allah. Okay, so prepare your document, the essay, then you need to record your presentation. Please, just 5 minutes, no more. You want to do it 6-7 minutes, you want to do it on PowerPoint, I leave it for you. But I just want something very simple. Now, later on you can play with it, do a much better job on your own. But as for the workshop only, tonight you can just spend some time on this document, the essay. Now you've finished it almost. You take it with you, you fix it, edit it, make it good. Can you close the door, please? Can you close the door, please? Okay, so edit it, do a good job of editing it, then present it. Imagine that you have an audience like what we did today. Imagine you have an audience and start giving a talk. And the audience is, of course, non-Muslim audience. Don't give me tafsir or fiqh or aqidah and get into areas for the Muslim. No, the same thing you've done for the past 2 days, yesterday and today. Just put it in a very beautiful, presentable document and start giving a talk. It's better not to use notes. If you want to use some notes, I have no problem. Okay, if you feel like you want to use some just to guide you, I have no problem. But the best one is the one that is original, spontaneous, quick-witted. Okay, so if possible, so that's exactly what is required. Now, I'll just take you into what we did from yesterday. This is what we did yesterday, as you can see. This is called what? Kids Communication and Learning Ladder. We call it Kids Communication and Learning Ladder. Now, if we are in a hall, face-to-face, we use the team activity. But because we are not in a hall, we are not using the team activity. We are almost using some of the activities here, basically like the individual ladder. So this is exactly the process. This is the tool that we have used. This is the recipe for making your dish. Okay, so this is so what is it that we did? I'll just go over it quickly. So Kids Communication and Learning Ladder, individual activity. The first thing we did when we came, especially for the newcomers, this is good for you to know. You see, okay. So we had a warm-up activity. You started writing your topic to non-Muslim. Before that, I talked about the world and about the problems of the world. and the solution and the concept of the adhan, how we Muslim, if we share the adhan and understand the adhan very well and the right meaning of the adhan, and we share this with the word, and people will be affected by the adhan and they become Muslim, what will happen? The world will be better off because they will be using the solutions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This will solve all the problems of the world. So it's very important to understand that the adhan is a very powerful concept that many people, unfortunately, they don't use it for the sake of da'wah. We have collected about 120 pages, from the adhan, from different workshops. We call it the gems and the jewels of the adhan. Use them for the sake of Allah. And we can share this with you. That's another workshop for 2 days. Now, and I started by saying the whole word is aching. The whole word is shedding blood. The whole word is catastrophes, drugs, crimes, terrorism, colonialism, still there, even though they claim it's not there, it is there. Big deal. Maybe their armies have gone away, but they are still there with us, with their infiltrating our countries and making sure that we don't have countries that are stable, especially in certain countries like in Africa and other places, unfortunately. Okay, so those colonial power, superpower are there. They are still having this hegemony and tyranny, unfortunately, and they are utilizing their, unfortunately, infiltrators to still continue affecting the countries that they used to colonize, or affecting the whole world in their own policies that are unjust, and mobilizing their gangs and organizations in the name of human rights. And they have no human rights. Otherwise, the world would be much better if they would stick to the godly human rights. Now, so this is how I started. And I said to you, I said, let's start with a topic in your mind that you want to share with the non-Muslim, write it down. Then, of course, you wrote that down. And we started, after that, I said, okay, go visit the exhibits. And we concentrated on 2 exhibits, Islamic culture at a glance and Usul exhibit. And you started looking for some nuggets and jewels that will support, some ideas that will support your topic. Then after that, of course, you were supposed to discuss this among yourself. But because of the time and because of what happened at the beginning, I moved fast. Usually, you would discuss, why did you choose this topic? Why did you choose this topic? And okay, why did you choose this point to support your topic? Then we run a video. After that, we run a video. And the video also, you took some ideas from that video. I should write the video here. It's not written. You watched the video and you got some ideas to support, again, your topic that is supposed to be prepared for what? For the non-Muslim. So everything we do here is geared towards basically presenting something very nicely to the non-Muslim so that they can understand who we are and what Islam stands for. Then I told you now, go and look at pamphlets, look for pamphlets that are related, or a pamphlet that is related to your topic. Then you went and you looked for a pamphlet that is related to your topic. And then we said, okay, read it. We said, read it, read this pamphlet silently, try to understand each word and how to pronounce them. Try to understand each word and how to pronounce it. Of course, our problem here online is that people need to now check the dictionary. They need to check the dictionary or can ask in the chatting if they don't understand the meaning or they don't know how to pronounce these words. That was then we of course, through the process, we have a team with us on the chatting box, on the chatting platform. They are helping us. You're supposed to seek their assistance all the time. Okay, if you have a question about a word or a question about a statement or an idea or something you want to raise, this team is ready for you to help you out. A lovely team, you know. They are all graduates of EIECC program. Then we said, okay, go back to the pamphlet, summarize this pamphlet, but make sure you use the same words and expressions in the pamphlet and cut it into half. And we said, take only the ideas that are related to your what? Topic. So you chose the pamphlet that is related to your topic. Then you chose some ideas that are related, okay, to your topic from the pamphlet. Then what did we see? Then I said today we started by saying, now we need to read the whole pamphlet in a conversational way while putting your two fingers in your ears. Read it loudly as if you are sitting in front of an audience or in front of people and you are discussing it, the same pamphlet. And we said, read it in a conversational way, meaning talk it. That's what we said. This is a process now. Then what did we do? We said, now go back to all this information, revise it, personalize it, make it your own messages. Make it your own messages. Because we want you to be original, spontaneous, quick-witted. Then after that, we said, okay, again, go visit, get more ideas. Get more ideas. We started even a YouTube, you know. So, and we got another YouTube for you to get more ideas. And we said, if you want to visit also the visits, I mean, you already have got exhibits, you can take more ideas in your personalization. And remember what we said about personalization. Personalization doesn't mean you just go get the content. No. In your personalization, you concentrate on the content, on the how you're going to present it, on who are you going to present it to, his background, and the environment that you're going to be talking to this non-Muslim in, or those people that you're going to be seeing. Okay? Then we said what? Now merge all these ideas, work on these ideas to put them in what? In this document called essay. Okay? You can mind map it, so you can have a mind map for it to make it easy. So you have the main idea in the middle, okay? And you have all the ideas of shooting out of this main idea. Then you turn this mind mapping into an essay with a title, with an introduction, with the 3 paragraphs or 4 paragraphs and conclusion. Okay. Of course, while we were doing this, we want to talk about communication, the types of communication, the peaks of communication, the 7 C's, the communication criteria, because these are the stick where we evaluate you, where you can evaluate yourself or group evaluate themselves when they present or they talk. You can see how you apply these things, of course, to you. And of course, all of this is done in an example, in a simile, like a kitchen. You are cooking up your messages, okay? Because we wanted to produce the best dish so that when you invite the non-Muslim, when they eat it, they like it, they relish it, they enjoy it, and they want to come back to your house of Islam. Okay? Then, of course, after you have personalized and collected, we said, now close your eyes and live the scenario. This is called internal rehearsal, internal practice. This is what you did, where you went through that scenario, you lived with that non-Muslim or this target. Okay, and this is called reflecting over your personalized messages. Then we again watch the video and strengthen this. And again, this is, you can do it many times as possible while you are doing this. You can visit the exhibits, you can watch videos on your own even. But of course, because of the time, Hannah, we had to rush a little bit. Okay, then we said to you, practice it. Practice your message with your team or with yourself. So some people who are online, of course, who are on their own, they stood and they imagined that they are practicing with an audience or some non-Muslim. And you are here in the hall, no, you practice with each other, which is an excellent, of course, way. It's much better to be in a team. It's much better to be with teams. Then, of course, everybody was listening. You should be listening attentively, actively, while you are practicing with each other. And you can, of course, you have to provide your feedback with each other. This is if you work in team. But if you are on your own, of course, you don't have anybody to give you a feedback. Now, the last thing that I told you now is to prepare your final presentation, so that you can present it. And of course, because it's difficult to present it today, we don't have time for that. And I said, okay, go home, just finalize your essay draft, your presentation, and stand and try to imagine that you have an audience, or maybe you can have some people. If you are with some people, you can present it 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, record it, send me the document and send me your recording. in the group WhatsApp, please. In the group WhatsApp. Maybe if you want to send it to our email, but I prefer now use the group WhatsApp. Okay. It might be a little bit heavy on the group WhatsApp, but at least we see that you are really on to it. That's basically what I need from you. And this is basically going to be the cap for yesterday and today. And tomorrow we'll do something else. We'll talk about it tomorrow, inshallah. With this, I'll stop here. It's time to go, and it's time for you to get rid of me. Anybody would like to say something before we leave? We have 3 minutes. I'll leave it. Yes, can you please add me to the WhatsApp group? There is Faisal is saying, add me to the WhatsApp group. We don't. Do we have a WhatsApp group for? We have WhatsApp group for the scholarship students, and we have WhatsApp group for the ladies. But I'm not sure if we have a WhatsApp group for the others. But we can still add them. Huda, okay. So Huda can be added to the ladies section. Faisal we can add Faisal to the scholarship students if the others have not been added. So maybe we can add them to the scholarship students. Just initially, then later on, maybe we'll, but for the meantime, Sheikh Kamil, maybe he's not here. I don't know where he disappeared. Again, we have this problem of disappearance here, which is not really right. But anyway, somebody needs, there are some names here. We need to add them to the group. Scholarship students, or maybe the team, our team, can you have a link for WhatsApp group for the men who are not scholarship students? We said this, but nobody took over this. Somebody needs to take this task. Anyway, I'll leave this to the team. So my expectation that tomorrow by tomorrow, before I come here, tonight, you just finish your 5 minutes presentation. You know, it's very simple, 5 minutes, you can talk, mashallah, everybody of you. I think many of you guys or ladies, you can talk in 5 minutes. Now you have learned a lot through the 2 days. And if you can have something in 5 minutes, that means I have failed miserably. Okay, with this, who's this? Same, I am male, by the way. Oh, Rabi', okay. So the males, please, if we can, Shifa.
Yes.
By the way, there is the email of the, on the, check, there is the email of the program. You can send, by the way, your document and your sound, your recording also to the email, EIECC14@gmail.com. You can also share this with us instead of the group WhatsApp, if you, or both, you can share. We need to have a link for the men. We don't have a WhatsApp group for the men other than the scholarship. The scholarship, they have their own group. But the problem is that the others, they don't. So how can we do that? We need to find a solution to this, you know. But anyway, for the males who are not in the scholarship group, they can send their document and their recording to the email of the program. It's already on the chatting. It's already on the chatting. EIECC14@gmail.com. Please send me a small recording, and that's 1 sheet of your or 2 sheets of your basically essay. Simple, and try to simplify it. Okay. With this, I would like to really thank you all. May Allah bless you, and may Allah bless anybody who's with us here. And inshallah, inshallah, it will be something worthwhile. I'm really happy to be with you and to share something of great importance for all of us. May Allah accept our efforts, all of us. And may Allah make us leaders in presenting Islam all over the world. I would like to thank all the team, whether my team on the chatting or the team here in the hall, headed by Atif, Sheikh Ali, and of course Saeed, for really being with me all the time. And I've been disturbing everybody. But this is a characteristic of a Dossary, disturbing people all the time. So I hope people will not hang out with a lot of Dossaries. Assalamu alaikum, subhanakallahumma bihamdik, nashhadu la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Go for it. Present Islam. Be an Islamic exhibit on the move, you guys, you ladies. Assalamu alaikum. you can provide, make sure the group, if we can do the group, that would be good. For the males who are not really, that would be good to have a group for them, those who are not with the scholarship students. Unfortunately, Kamil is not here. Otherwise, I would have told him to add them in the same group. Maybe Saeed can take care of them. See you tomorrow, everybody. Alhamdulillah. It's been worthwhile. Today is much better than yesterday, hopefully. Yeah, there is a group for men. They have made a group for men. There's a WhatsApp group for men now. So please, all the men here in the group who are not scholarship students, please go to this group and add your name. Group for men, please add your name. Shifa has sent you the group. All the men, please go to the WhatsApp. And later on we can, okay? All the men, please go to the group for men. Yes, excellent. Because I get confused because the names are confusing, by the way. Take care, everybody, and inshallah we'll see you tomorrow. 4 o'clock sharp. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran ya Shifa. Special thanks for you, Saraha. You've done a great job. And of course, all the ladies, all the team, but Shifa has been doing a great job. I really am very proud of you. May Allah bless you. I don't want anybody to get angry at me, but really, Shifa, she deserves all this. Thank you, Dr. Sonia, also. Both have been very, very, very instrumental. And of course, as usual, behind the scene, Hind and Fatima and Shahina and, you know, Amina and I don't know, and Sayyida. And of course, today we had the Maverick came back again, Zunira, and she did an excellent job of saving us. MashaAllah. The Maverick, I call her the Maverick because she's been always helping me wherever I go. She just acts as the, MashaAllah, may Allah bless you. Zunira, you want to say something? Go ahead. Zunira, you want to say something? Read Pakistan. Yes, go ahead, Zunira. Shifa, can you give Zunira the mic? She wants to say.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you
Yes,
so much,
alaikum salam.
Doctor, for your kind words as always. You seriously, you hype me a lot. Mashallah, may Allah give you a long and healthy and blessed life. You hype me a lot. You know, there's always a hype man for everyone. You are my hype man and I'm your hype girl.
Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you, Sheikh Azimir. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of you. And special thanks for your mom, mashallah. And Fatima, I'm very proud of her. She is joining us. She has just joined us, alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you very much for all of you. Take care. Take care.
Assalamu alaikum.
Take care. Alaikum salam, Sheikha. Yes, please. Yes, Sheikha. Go ahead. Salam alaikum. You want to say
Dr. Khalid,
something?
I was saying Assalamu alaikum. This is your.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes.
This is Zunaira.
Who's this? Oh, Zunaira. Yes, yes. Go ahead, Zunaira.
I was just saying Assalamu alaikum and bye.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
Okay.
May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless all of you. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Tomorrow we'll see you, inshallah. Okay. I'm just keeping this for anybody to see if anybody would like. I'm keeping I'm still here to see if somebody has got something to say from the ladies, because some ladies would like to. I saw them. Shifa, anybody has got something before I leave?
Yes, Sister Shahina has joined.
Oh, Sheikh Shahina would like to say something? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can we listen, please, to the lady?
Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's
Alaikum salam
an
wa
amazing
barakatuh.
workshop. It's an amazing workshop. And we all were monitoring it. MashaAllah, Tabarak Rahman. And I wish all of you the success, because this workshop will not only help you to be a moving exhibit in this world, it will take you towards the Akhirah, and that is the final destination, Jannatul Firdaus. So do not stop yourself. Shaitan will keep on, stopping you, but you keep on struggling against your nafs and go ahead. The sky is our limit. May Allah bless us all on this lovely day. And inshallah, see everyone tomorrow. Jazakallah khair, Dr. Khalid, for the wonderful session.
Jazakallah
As
khair,
you-
Zaid. Jazakallah khair. By the way, Sheikh Shahina is one of the leaders of our program all over the world. She's leading a lot of these activities, the minutes, the action, then she's watching everything, monitoring a lot of things. So all the team that you see, they don't just work today. They've been with us for quite some time, and they've been meeting, writing minutes, action plan. So it's not like something, no, it's a very professional job. May Allah bless you all. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Numaira, Numaira would like to say something from Pakistan. Okay, Numaira is also Pakistan lead. This is our partnership with Pakistan. Yes, Sheikh Numaira.
Assalamu
Yes, Sheikh Numaira.
alaikum. Yes, brother.
Alaikum salam.
As ever, mashallah, it was wonderful. And here is a new student of yours. And this student is only 14 years old, and she wants to share her feelings with you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Who is this? Fatima?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Fatima.
I just-
Thank you for coming. Go ahead.
No problem. I just want to say this session, it's really good. I really like the way you're actually helping us understand ways to spread the message of Allah. I really
Alhamdulillah.
appreciate that. And I love how hard
Alhamdulillah.
you work on these. And you seriously deserve so much appreciation.
Jazakallah khair, Fatima. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. Fatima is 14 years
Okay,
old, by the
brother.
way, and one of the cleverest I've seen. And she is attending for the first time with me in this program. They represent Pakistan, read Pakistan. Yes, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah, she is smarter than Zunaira in, all that technology.
Okay,
And
don't
she
say that,
is
or else they will feel
so much
jealous from
into
each other,
studying.
sisters.
Studies.
Okay. Don't make them jealous from each other.
Zunaira, learn
They
from
are
her.
both good. Jazakallah khair.
No,
May
no,
Allah
no.
bless you. Ma'assalam. Ma'assalam. Thank
Okay,
you very
okay.
much.
Thank
Say
you, dear.
salam
Assalamu
to
alaikum.
your husband, please. Salam alaikum. Thank you. Ma'assalam.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.